John Bailey.
Oh, Don. Oh, good. Because we're camping here, aren't we? With
No, up here.
We have to be up here.
Players are better.
Oh, okay.
The only thing is you've got to stand.
I have to have a beer because I'm not good without it.
Well, you've got 2 minutes.
Oh, no, I've got him with me, so.
What do you need?
I've got a couple of beers there.
Now we are.
Welcome to the 2004 Grand Final played at the Karkoo between Eyre United and the Ramblers. No ruckman got a conclusive knockaway. The ball goes in a bit of a pack. Scrambly play. Chris Puller's right in the bottom of that, and it looks like he's been penalised for holding the ball. The kick's going to go to Jordan Telfer, the centre half for Eyre United. Very congested forward line, doesn't really know where to kick at this stage, just going long up towards the goals. The mark's taken uncontested by Simon Pedler. Kicks to the back flank, and Michael Borden, the former coach of Eyre United, marks. Centres the ball as well, but once again the Ramblers take a good mark, and I think it's Crittenden.
Yes.
Kicks a good kick to Tyson Waite, a good hand pass over to Scotty Blacker. Handball's on to Chris Fuller. Kicks it over the centre, looking for his big centre forward Eugene. Unfortunately for Eyre United, he was unable to take the mark. Umpire's going to ball up. The umpire for today's game being Jeff Phelps and Dean Sturgis. The ruckman contests the ball. Good knock down to Scotty Blacker. Gets another possession. Tries the handball, looking for a teammate. Goes into a pack. And the umpire's called it up again. Naturally, there's a bit of feeling early in the game as the boys test each other out. However, I'm sure Jeff Phelps will have things well under control as he calls the ball back for another throw-up. It's a bit of a cool day here at Karkoo. A bit of moisture on the oval, mostly making the grass a little bit slippery. As the Eyre United, I think it's Damien Evans. No, sorry, it's Sean. He kicks long, looking for the full forward, but they've got in the back of one of the Ramblers. But the umpire's going to call back as they try and break away. The free kick will go to Simon Pedler, who I'm sure will find a Rambler player. Kicks long down to Mark Dolling. Ball goes over his head, tapped away by Jesse Edwards, and it rolls to the boundary. Our co-commentator today is Jimmy Cabot, and I'll hand over to you, Jim.
Yeah, thanks, Don. The ruck goes up and the ball's on the ground. Players scrambling in there for the ball, and on top there is a heap of players, and so there's going to be a lot of that today. She's pretty congested here at the Karkoo Oval. Will make a good contest. Sturgis throws the ball up. Walker-Pan, Gill down to Stratford. He's running forward. He's open up to the half-forward line for Eyre United. Borden's gone in there hard. He's been tackled. And there's a play-on free kick called. So down again to Crittenden. He's returned the ball out to the half-back flank there, and Tyson Waite. He's just dynamic. He's coming around on his left leg. It's been smothered there. Well done by Telfer. And into Fuller. Scott Mickens on the top of the ball. He's got to get it out. The umpire's going to call it up, and I think he's giving him the benefit of the doubt. Scotty Micken almost dragged it in, and the pressure, as we know nowadays, you got to watch that. He's got the ball bounced. He'll throw the ball up. Simon Pedler and Telfer, they're battling. Scott Black is in there. We've got a number of players. Putt Fay got the ball out. He picks it up with one hand. Gets it on forward there to young Fitzy. Fitzgerald handballs across to, it's over the line. And the boundary umpire, he's got the ball. Young Skulls Howe, I'd say. He's over there. He's done a good job, and going to throw the ball in. Ruckman go for it. Tyson Waite. Harry, he's got it forward with a handball, but it's gone over the line. And pretty congested over that side of the ground here today, I reckon, Donald, because the wind's pretty strong from the west. Down to Damien Evans. He's kicked long. Good work. To the scoring end. Up there forward and in defence there. Scott Rams comes out there very strong. Kicks the ball forward to Froggy Dolling. He's got it. He's dropped the ball, but tackled, and play on, says the umpire. Sean Fitz got it. Handball forward. It's going nowhere. Castley, Aaron, he's got, breaks away beautifully, straight down to the ground. Unfortunately, his direction, the ball's wobbling around, it is damp. It's not easy for the players. So Simon Pedler's got nullifies there and guts it down to Jimmy Holman. He's on the wing. He's a dangerous player. He's very good overhead. And he's going to kick forward up to Eugene Walker. There's pressure on here, and Scott Blackett's going for it, and Sean Fitz got on the boundary line. He gets it back inside, into Ben Deslands. He's dynamic. He's going to run around on his left leg, and he's forward to Joel Fitz, and he's run a great leg there, and he's put it just nicely out there. Young Ben Deslands in front of Joel Fitz. He's done a great job there. They've made a good combination for this season, and Joel's line up for this, one of his many goals for the season, but he's first for the day.
Both defences have been playing very good defensive football. Simon Pedler's picked up already 3 kicks in defence to be playing a very good role in reading the play and holding Eyre United advances. Joel kicks in. He's a beautiful kick, and he's put that one right through the middle. We've got both the leading goal kickers in the association playing today in Joel and Darren Noble. Both players are excellent kick for goals, and I'm sure that their teammates will be looking for them through the day to deliver the goods. Been a lot of pressure on, as we expected at the start of the grand final. Both defences have been playing tight, and that was about one of the few occasions where a player was able to get away. Ball's up back with umpire Sturgis. Robert Gill for Eyre United against Simon Pedler. Ball's thrown high. Teams work hard. Ben Schramm, one of the Saints' better players, kicked the ball forward to the half-forward line. Out comes Matty Parker, who's been in most things, and as is Jordan Telfer. Handballs to Greg Simon, a beautiful smother off the boot by Tyson Waite. He picks the ball up and is flung to the ground and can't do much about it as Sturgis goes in and will bounce the ball again. The defences, as I mentioned, has been excellent, both teams. There's going to be no easy kicks early in the game. Ball goes up. Gill taps out beautifully to Damien Evans, the captain, the coach of Eyre United. He kicks forward to the forward pocket. Adam Richardson, who's had another good season for Ramblers, pushes the ball over the line, well into Eyre United's forward line. Eyre United have the advantage of maybe a bit of a breeze coming from the southwest, so they'll be wanting some goals this quarter. Once again, their balls tap clear, and the Ramblers force the ball over the boundary again in a position which Eyre United would perhaps rather see the ball over this side of the oval instead of being caught in that north-east corner. Ball's thrown in, forced down onto the ground, and I think the umpire might ball up. No, it's come free. It looks like Mark Dolling, who's a great runner of the ball, grabs the ball beautifully, but he's tackled well by Jordan Telfer. The ball's still in contest as the Rambler players force the ball over the side, over the boundary at the direct centre wing, directly opposite the centre. Ruckman contesting hard, looks like Eugene Walker. Ball comes out to Adam Richardson, who's a superb kicks it to their half-forward line. Mark Fraser picks the ball up cleanly, handballs to Neville Stratford. He handballs on to Ryan Modra, who in turn passes to Darryl Stratford. He passes beautifully down to the Eyre United coach, Damien Evans. He'll be looking for their full forward, but I think the ball was touched by a Rambler footballer and in the meantime the ball was spilled on the ground. Chris Fuller picks up. Once again, the pressure's rather intense here, Jimmy, as I expect we'll see this first quarter.
Yeah, the pace is pretty hot there, and the guys are under pressure because, like I say, the conditions aren't real ideal for clean football because the wind and the moisture there. It's going to be hard to get a clear space here because it's a very small oval and a lot of intensity early in the game here. So you'd expect anything to be very bottled up for a while, but things will break open as it is now. To Damien Evans, who runs forward, but there's another smother. Well done, Adam Richardson. Beautiful pressure from both sides here. You can't complain about the effort here. It's going to be fantastic. Ball's thrown in.
Both players playing well, Jimmy, in Adam and Simon.
Yes, that's going to be a key, isn't it? Experience in grand finals is certainly going to be the key. Across to Sean Evans, I think.
Yes. And
Sean's got this ball just outside of about 55, 60 metres away from goal, and he kicks it across to young
Greg
Simons. Yeah, Greg Simons. And he's still outside 50, and he'll kick it forward again. And now he was aiming at the coach there, Damien Evans, but Pup Fay's just come in front there, and now Sean Fitzgerald has got the ball. He's going to run on his right foot. He's on his wrong foot, but the ball's kicked forward anyway. It's a clear space, but Deslands and Stratford have been running for the ball. Ball's handball towards the line for United, but Stratford's got it, and he's not going to really do much with it, but it's gone over the line just in a bit of a ping pong there. And the boundary umpire's got that all organised, and he'll throw it in. Up we got Walkup going here against Gill, and Fay. Pup Fay's going forward. He's strong. He got done with his handball. And now Jimmy Hyman's caught with the ball, and he will be holding the ball. Sean Evans just run him down. Lack of talking there from Ramblers, so they need to get their teamwork together and give Jimmy a bit of a chance. Okay, we've got to run out of the back line. We've got Mark Fraser's running forward, and he's turned around, spun around in the spot, but he's under pressure from two players. One Froggy Darling, and he's just tripped it forward to Sean Fitzgerald. I don't think that's 15. No, it's not long enough, but Ben Deslands, he's a bit of a vulture. He's going in, he's kicked it forward, but he's aimed at the full forward, but too many defence there from Eyre United. They've done a great good job and put it out there to young Simons. He's got running around on his, done a handball to the right-hand side. He's coached with a good voice. He's a male medalist, and he's kicked the ball forward now down towards the half-forward line. Scott Ramblers, he's in the lead for the ball, and Ben Stram is just behind, putting the pressure on. So Scotty, I don't think he was pretty happy to see that ball go over the line there, Don, by the look of that. In there goes to the ruck from Simon Pedler. Handball across from Adam Richardson to Scott Blacker, and then beautiful pass almost to Scott Ashley Fay on to Jimmy Holman. Jimmy Holman's long kick for him. He's a good wing player, but, well, he's kicking sometimes like his navigation, not always the best. Never mind. Kicks it forward now, aiming at Evans again. And he's got to sit there, Sean, and running on there. Yeah, well, back there we've got Adam Richardson, and he's strong, and he just won't give that ball away too easy. He throws it out backwards there. He's learnt that trick from a long way back. And Simon Pedler just kicks it forward. He's up there towards Froggy Dying, giving him heaps of chance, because he'll give him a paddock and he'll go a mile. And he turns, spins, and gets away from Evans. Kicks it nicely up to Joel Fitz. That was a perfect kick. That was placed absolutely right.
Beautiful play, Jimmy. Terrific kick under pressure.
Yeah. I don't think you could master that any better. That was a difficult sort of a shot for him to give him a chance of marking that in between two United players, but it was extremely well done, Froggy. He's a great player. He's an AISC scholarship winner, and we'll see a lot more of this boy. Joel Fitz kicking from that 50 metres. Look, that 55 metres, and that's straight through the middle, and what a goal. That boy can kick.
Jimmy, that's two excellent goals he's kicked, but as you said, the ball coming in was just delivered perfectly. His immediate opponent for day is Justin Motter, who's known for his pace and his courage, but with the bulk of Joel, he's going to have a little bit of trouble, and especially with the ball coming delivered just perfectly out in front of him, even with the pace of Justin Motter. He looks like he's having a little bit of trouble going with him, but that's full credit to Ramblers for getting the ball on so well under pressure. Eyre United will be very anxious to get their first goal on the board and not let this game get away from here. Ball goes up, and once again Simon Pedler, the ball's a little bit slippery, couldn't quite handle it. He pushed it on, but Neville Stratford has been a consistent form of Eyre United, pushed the ball forward. Great pressure by the Ramblers. That's great pressure. Looks like the umpire was just the other side. There could have been a bit of a throw, but I think he's going to ball it up. But the tremendous pressure Ramblers have been putting on, Eyre United have been putting on good pressure too, but under pressure Ramblers have been just a little bit better with their use of the ball. Ball gets contested. Eugene picks it up, tries to knock it on. Darryl Stratford kicks long to his forward line. Once again, here the Eyre Uniteds can't quite get a clean possession there, and the ball goes in the pack. Ben Stram works hard, pushes out to Isaac Christian, but was unable to kind of handle it clearly.
Down to Scott Micken.
Scott Micken picks it up, kicks beautifully to the half-back flank where I think it's Chris Fuller picks the ball up, kicks it on to Jimmy Holman. They're working the ball around the side. He aims at Ashley Fay. He kicks it on to Joel. Justin Modric got in front that time, played the ball well. The Simon Pedler exerting his physical presence did well then. Ball's in dispute. Ryan Modric picks up handballs over to his coach. He tumbles it forward to the half-forward line of Eyre United. Once again, Ramblers are strong. with their defence. They seem to have a loose man back there, Jimmy.
Yep.
There's always usually 3 blokes, T United's 2. Tiger Cabas gets the free kick, kicks out to Ashley Fay, who marks on the near centre wing line. He'll be looking for Big Eugene, who calls, and he's on a bit of a lead. He looks for him, and looks like he's delivered well sport by Mark Fraser, however. Simon Pedler, exerting a big presence in the first quarter, picks up, delivers to Scotty Blackie. He kicks out to Joel. Once again, Joel's a fair way in front of Justin Modra, which is a bit unusual, so he's certainly using his space well. Tyson Waite picks up the loose ball, handball, kicks over to Sean Fitz. He tumbles it forward to big Mark Richardson in the pocket there, picks up cleanly, unable to get rid of the ball. There's 3 Uniteds there, but Mark gets off the ball and contests it well, gets possession again. The ball's just... The ball's in dispute and it's gone out of bounds in the forward pocket there. That was good play by Big Mark. Then he had about 3 Eyre United blokes, Jimmy, to beat, and I thought he got the ball well then. The ball comes in from the boundary thrown. It's kicked over, forced over towards the half-forward line of Ramblers. Jesse Edwards picks the loose ball up, tumbles it forward to Mac Parker, who hadn't handled the ball that cleanly today so far. Michael Borden, the former coach, kicks the ball toward the full forward line. Here's a very good chance for Isaac Crichton. Picks the loose ball up and kicks it straight through the goal. Fair United thirst for a much-needed goal, Jimmy, and I'm sure they'll be glad to have that first goal on the board.
Yeah, it's good to see that glint in your eye there, Donald. That's a great effort from Eyre United. They've run that down clean and direct, and you notice they didn't mess around with it. They went direct, straight down the ground, and did the correct thing.
They'll need to do more of that, Jimmy, with the breeze. They'll need to mostly go straight down the centre instead of getting it bottled up in the forward pockets. So I guess the coach will be trying to push that message to them here on in, Jimmy. Yeah,
well, they capitalised on a couple of mistakes here from the Ramblers players, but it was just pressure from these Eyre United players, and that made it really good for Isaac Christian. His grandfather here doing a great job on this camera work. Anyway, the comes away with Shrammy, and he puts it forward, but it's Scott Rams in front, but from behind, young Noble, he's he's pulled him down. Oh, hello, no, just definitely, there's going to be a 50-metre call from umpire Sturgis. He was pulled to the ground unnecessarily, Mac Parker, sorry, not Noble, unnecessarily from Scott Rammers, but you know, you got things that are going well for you. You want to make sure you let your opponent know, and that's the normal thing you do to put a pressure on the opposition players. But Matt Parker, well deserved. That's a great mark. He was way above the pack there, and pulled it down nice and clean. Did it well and deserved the goal.
That lad played a bit for West Adelaide under 17 during the year, Jimmy. He's come back for the finals or the last part of the year, but he's a promising youngster. He won the best and fairest in the Colts last year in a team that never won a game for the year, so it was a mighty effort.
Well, that's good to hear, because West Adelaide are the best team in the country, so that's good to hear. And he's obviously got the best coaching tuition from the right team. So you're not many West Adelaides around there, Donald, is there? Oh, you are too.
We're both Westies, Jimmy.
Yeah, God, who are we going to rubbish now? Well, we'll give our best, but no, we're just waiting for the lights to come on. We've got the commercial break here at the moment, Donald, but...
I think they've lost it in the crop on the northern end of the goals, Jimmy. They're having to go out there and they can't find it in the crop. The crops are fairly good up here. It looks like I can see the boundary umpires having a good search through the crop, so I've never seen that happen before. Have you seen that, Jimmy?
No, I have not, but at Ungara, it usually waves on top. It doesn't actually go into the down to the ground level, but this one is actually sunk, so it was obviously not like those crops at Ungara, which are normally superb, and this year is no exception. Now, we have a lot of fun here, and we hope you enjoy this grand final.
And you see the better players for Ramblers so far, Jim? I think that some of the defenders for Ramblers, Simon Pedler's had a superb start of the game. Adam Richardson's mopped up well. But who else do you think have played well for Ramblers so far? Oh,
well, there's been a lot of players all looking dangerous, you know, like Jimmy Holman on the wing there, and what Ben Deslands did on the flank there. He doesn't get a lot of opportunities, but when the ball has gone down there, it's been handy. But it's they've definitely lost that. They've definitely lost that football. I don't know. I don't think they should be allowed to grow crops like that up here. It's just embarrassing for us poor yellow fat hillbillies.
This has got to be a first in football, Jimmy, I think. Looks like they've called for a bit extra help out there, and they've brought a spare ball in from the side here. So it looks like play's going to resume now.
Yeah. Well, that's good, because they call this the Karkoo Oval, and you know it's named after the Carr family, but As you know, the cars are very famous, and but the coo, you know, is the cars they can't bat or bowl. That's what they tell me. That's an Aboriginal word for a can't bat or bowl. But that's a new one, and I know Flynn and Wayne Carr really well. They're good blokes, and they'll enjoy that bit of humour. But it's definitely Karkoo, and why wouldn't it be famous for their name?
And they've certainly got a great oval up here now, Jim, hasn't it? I remember you coming up here years ago when the surface wasn't quite as good, but most surfaces in the association now have been improved a lot by the fact that clubs have to host finals and they have to bring their ovals up to standard, because the oval up here now, Jim, hasn't it? I remember you coming up here.
It's fantastic, and we're getting back to the cricket again, but I do know Neil Carr used to put the ball down there a lot of the times, but mainly over the pipeline here, onto the bitumen or whatever, and it's pretty painful chasing cricket balls, but we haven't had to chase too many footballs, Don.
No, this has got to be a first, Jimmy, and I don't know what's going on out here. Looks like the ball they brought out to the centre must be unsatisfactory, so I don't know what happens. There's a search party.
Win. Cricket balls, but we haven't had to chase too many footballs. Okay, we're back on board. We got the ball back, and we've got Jeff Phelps. He's going to throw the ball up. Simon Pedler and Robert Gill. They're going at it. Gill got it forward. Down to Evans, but good tackle there from Holman. Down to Castley, and yeah, Ben Desley. He's going to hang on to it. He's not going to get rid of it easy, but he's handballed across. Gill, Degner, and back into now young Schramm. Schramm's got it forward, but it's still the pressure's on him, and also caught without the ball was Ashley Fay. And he'll go back for his kick. The boys are keen now after that bit of a breather. Unusual for waiting for a football to come back, but the ball's kicked forward. Now to Joel Fitz is in the it's grabbed around the neck. He doesn't get the free. Ball's knocked across there. Handball there back to Jim Holmes. Got the ball. He's tried to break the tackle, and he's caught because he just tried to break through, and he's given the ball away to Ben Schramm. Ben's kicked it forward. He's up to young Telfer. And, big punch from Simon Pedler. Down to Putt Fay. He gets across to Jim Holman. He kicks it forward now. He's aiming for Joel Fitzgerald. He's got it again. He's great on the forward lines there. He's very strong. He's got the free kick, and he doesn't even... It's not the free kick. He's got the mark. Well, I thought he did, actually. So look like... I've got no idea. Fitzy's got it. He handballs across with... Almost held with one arm, and Stratford's going for it. But Damien Evans, he's on his own. He'll do something with it. He's standing back, he's hanging back and waiting for the right man to kick to. But I think he's almost gone for holding the ball. Geez, old fellow, Evo, you're going to have to do something about that, boy. He had his opportunities, but he was waiting for an opportunity, and it's good thinking. But Pape's got it now. They tell me now it's not 50 metres this line, it's 45, so we've got to go a bit easy, and we do exaggerate sometimes, but don't we love it? Pape is going to line up anyway from about 35 metres.
Well in range, Jimmy.
He'll kick it into the teeth goal there, and with a crosswind right across across the right shoulder, and he should be able to run in, get that distance. He's kicked it forward now. It's gone left of the goal. We're right in line there, Don.
Yeah, just swung away at the last, Jimmy. Just the wind from the southwest. He just pushed that ball away, and he obviously didn't make enough allowance. Damien's going to have to watch that a little bit with the pressure out there today. He likes to control the ball. And that's been a very dangerous kick in by Darryl Stratford, who couldn't quite understand that because there were 3 Rambler blokes very close to their United player, and it was never really on. And the Rambler boys have made them pay very dearly with the ultimate price of a goal. So I'm sure that the very poor decision making. There's been a couple of bad decisions, but one by the coach there hanging on the ball far too long, and that kick in there, Jimmy. So they obviously want to lift on that performance if they're going to keep up with the Ramblers here. Considering, Jimmy, what do you reckon? The wind to be a 2-goal wind?
I'd say
a 2-goal, 3-goal wind.
2-goal. It wouldn't be any more.
Yeah.
It's a bit damp, so it's not too easy.
Yeah, maybe a 2-goal wind. So at this stage, the Ramblers still hold sway by a goal. Robert Gill's tapping the ball down well, but the Ramblers are reading it well as the ball comes in the pack from the centre bounce into the arms of Darryl Stratford. He's wrapped up by the Rambler footballer very well, and I'm sure we're going to see some vigorous tackling and great tackling right throughout the game. As Ashley Fay laid that tackle on. Sturgis throws the ball up. The ruckman being Gill and Pedler. It's knocked down, kicked off the ground by Damien Evans to the Eyre United forward line. Chris Fuller tries to break the tackle. Great tackle, and the umpire's been consistent on that.
Yep.
And it's kicked forward by Sean Evans out to his full forward, Isaac Christian, who marks well. A great kick, Jimmy, under pressure.
Didn't you like the way Sean Evans?
It was great play.
He anticipated that and went on. He anticipated the umpiring and good umpiring as well, and give the Eyre United a chance to flow the football on, and now they've got a shot at goal.
Well, both times, another time they got goal, Jimmy, is when they brought the ball in quickly their forward line, and it certainly makes it easier for the full forward when they haven't got to contest against other Rambler footballers who haven't had time to get down there. Isaac Christian will be kicking, what do you reckon, Jimmy, from 40 metres? He's a good kick. He puts the ball up, but I don't think it's going to be quite accurate enough, and it goes across to the left of the goal for a point. They needed that goal, Jimmy, and I'm sure they'll be trying to put a lot of pressure on here to keep the ball in their forward line. The ball's going to be kicked in by Andrew Crittenden.
Yeah.
It's fairly congested. It's a good kick over the line, out to Simon Pedler. It was well knocked away by Robert Gill. Ball's in dispute. Contested across there in the forward line. Adam Richardson, who's done a lot of work across there, has forced the ball over the lines, and I'm sure the Ramblers are happy to have the ball over there, where the wind's pushing it to that flank over there. The ball's knocked down. Damien Evans kicks forward from the throw-in. The ball's knocked forward by the Eyre United blokes to the centre half forward position. Michael Borden comes in, puts a bit of pressure on. That little bit of pressure made just a little difference, Jimmy.
Yeah.
And they're able to get to possession of the ball. Isaac Christian looks like he has the ball again. It looks like he's going for his third goal.
No, he missed it.
No, second goal. Anyway, it was a much-needed goal. Once again, that was brought about by pressure from Eyre United, Jim. And it was just I don't know whether there could have been a little bit of mistake in there by the Rambler, but I think that was all set up by Michael Borden, put a little bit of pressure on Scott Bracker there, which spoiled his attempt to grab the ball, and they capitalised on that.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed it, but I think the wind has actually increased. It's very strong. Been hard to...
Blowing pretty strong.
Yeah, those trees seem to be really...
Like it's going from the south a bit more.
Yeah, and it's very cold. The air's very cold, and ball's kicked high there by Simon Pedler and up and towards Sean Fitz, but Neville Stratford. That's I've got the wrong bloke. And he's got it away. Scott Blacker, he get the ball across to Adam Richardson, but he's caught by two players. And that's good tackling, good pressure. And Jeffrey Phelps, great umpire. He's going to throw the ball up and give Eugene Walkup and Gill. Gill's been knocking the ball well. He hasn't been finding his own players sometimes, but that's good football. Across to Fay, they're handball crazy at the moment. That's a lot of pressure here for the weather conditions. But Froggy Dolling's just too quick. He's put that into Tyson Waite. That was just too easy. But that handballs were thrown around a lot there, Don.
I think you might have to watch that, because young Dolling, who's pretty quick, is mostly a bit quick for Sean Evans. He's having a little bit of trouble going with him. As Sean will need all the experience he's got to try and read the play and keep young Mark under control here.
Yeah, they're probably playing a part. But anyway, Harry's going for a goal. Harry Waite lines up and it's touched on the goal line. He didn't quite get the distance there with tall Mark Fraser. He's got a touch over the line, and Neville Stratford, he's going to kick the ball in. He should be returning the ball in a long distance, and none of this short play. It's a very difficult thing to try and do in a grand final situation. And it's knocked forward by Holman. Anyway, they're flying in. Fay's got the ball. He's got underneath the pack. He does get the handball out to Scott Blacker. He's clear. There's no one grabbing him, and he's just saw Eugene walk up all on his own, and he's going for the ball. And well, he's probably.
I reckon a fraction late with the tackle.
A bit late.
Had enough hold of that.
The ball actually was kicked a little bit high, and it set him up a bit. But he was there first at the ball, of course, and Eyre United player Darryl Stratford, he's come in a bit late, probably a bit high, and Eugene's going to be kicking now from 45 metres.
1 point ball game at the moment, Jimmy, with the Ramblers in front by a point. I think it's 3 goals 2 to 3 goals 1.
Right, and it's kicked forward out, and Ben Deslin's run around the boundary line, just kept it in nicely. He's got a bit of toe on him, this fella. Kicks it forward and back to Eugene Walker. It's been spoiled beautifully by Sean Evans. But anyway, there's heavy tackling there, and a bit too much aggression from the Ramblers fellas, because they've slipped over his shoulder. And Sean Evans, he's going to kick from half back. He kicks it forward into the centre of the ground. Tyson Waite, he's got there first. He's got under the ball. He's got tripped up a little bit by Matt Parker, but he's got the ball anyway. He's going to kick now into the half-forward line again. Kicks it long, up there towards Fraser and Walkup. Walkup's actually in front, got the position. His strength of his handball, of his body, that was good football, but the umpire's going to call it back because that was a mark, and you don't play on from a mark. So that's good umpiring from Phelps.
Yeah, you've got to start from behind your mark. So then Ramblers were away. Then they could have been pretty dangerous. They let that ball flow on.
Yeah, good to hold it up. He's got that down out at half-forward. He'll be kicking from 45 metres, but he's going to get across to Adam Richardson, who loves a shot at goal from anywhere, and you'd never know. He can kick. He's kicked a long way for Central Districts. I've seen him play some great footy over there. Scott Black has got it. He's dodged and weaved. He just got rid of it in time, perhaps, but the second umpire decides, no, it's, we got a bit of a, let's get the Sargadate at each other. You know, it's a bit cold out there and we want to warm things up a bit. So we've got a free kick here, going down towards Eyre United, and then a 50-metre penalty. I failed to see that. Don, do you see much in that?
No, I didn't actually see that incident at the time, but obviously the Rambler boys were a bit unhappy with the decision. There's another 50-metre penalty, and it's going to give Eyre United a chance to put the ball right up there. So, and Darryl Stratford, he's got quite a strong tailwind. I think we'll put it right up to the goals. He's going long, and he's done a floaty kick, very awkward to mark. No one off hands. Plenty of Ramblers footballers there though, and they're quite happy to see the ball go through the goals. There haven't been many interchanges so far, Jimmy. I see Eyre United have brought Craig Franks on. I think young Aaron Castley went off. Have Ramblers still got their starting personnel on, or you've seen any interchange there?
Haven't seen that.
Anyway, it's a good kick off to kick from the square right out to the over the circle. The ball's contested over there by Scott Blacker and Darren Noble. I think there's a little bit of altercation. Darren Noble hadn't featured that much, Jimmy, for the bloke who was the equal leading goal scorer in the association. I don't think. Have you seen him have a possession yet or not?
Yeah, well, I've missed him. I called him once, and it wasn't him. It was Matt Parker. So no, I'm not sure. Okay. And the second quarter of the Great Flinders Grand Final at Karkoo. The scores are level, 3-2 each. Jeff Phelps throws up. Simon Pedler, he's got the knock this time. He's hit it forward. Ramblers going with a bit of a breeze. Mark Dyning's got towards the boundary line, but it's all too much pressure, and no one's getting the ball away. Interesting. They're pretty good mates, these fellas. They just give each other a bit of a push around, and they enjoy the game. Out to Ben Desmond. He's got across to Froggy Dolling. He's got across to Simon Pedler. He's got the line up at half forward. Sets it up beautifully for Mark Richardson, who was just a bit behind. Mark Fraser cut that off well. Yeah, it was. Well done. And knocked forward there by young Fitz, and push in the back. It's going to be United.
Scotty Blackett.
Oh, sorry. Wrong way around. Scott Blackett's got the free kick. I must be a bit slow there, Don.
Yeah, no, Scotty did get quite a significant push in the back then, and not known for his long kicking, I don't think, but he should have no trouble putting this one through, Jimmy, shouldn't he?
Well, he's an astute player, and he's a beautiful kick, and he's lined that up nicely, but it's gone across to the right-hand side, and we put the mockers on him, and the umpires signalled one behind to Scotty. So Ramblers 3-3. 1 point ahead now to the United team. 3-2. Stratford's going back. He's going to kick the ball in into the teeth of the wind. But
he won't want to make that same mistake he did last quarter, Jimmy, where he kicked to a Rambler footballer.
Yeah, well, Rams are using his own defence here, and Holman was underneath that, but Fraser knocked it forward. Oh, it's tackled there by Fraser. He's got Ben Desland's high. Ben comes around on his left foot. Look at his opportunities. He's thinking all the time. He's got to Harry, but Sean Evans has got it and play on. So they said it's contested mark. So Borden's kicked it forward with his long left foot. He's a good kick. And Scott Rams, he's come from behind with his defence, and he's pushing it over towards that boundary line. And I just think it looked the way it was going to go all the time to me there.
Yeah, I think Scotty Rams was pretty keen to see that ball go out there, and I don't think he's wanting to see it go anywhere else.
Well, it's a bit of a black and white Rambler ploy, I think. Use the boundary line when you can, and just lets everything set up. But kick back down. Sean Evans. Oh, sorry, Damien. Evo's handball forward and missed the target, but he's got someone else here, and Sean. Sean's hit down to Michael Borden. Michael Borden's round on his favourite left leg, down to Telfer. Telfer's got it across to... oh, that's a tackle. Oh, I thought it might have been high from Scott Blackburn, but gee, he tackled hard and strong, and down to Harry Waite. Harry kicked it forward down to Gill. Gill's lumbering across there, but Stratford's backing up for him because they got too many players. 3 or 4 blokes there, and they'll return it back into the half-forward line. But there's just no one in the forward line for United, except there's some shepherding off the ball, says Jeffrey Phelps, and you know, like, he's the man in charge. So we've got a chance here for United.
Well, I reckon Jimmy might have been unlucky. I don't know how you saw that, but I thought it might have been interference by the Eyre United footballer. But however, Matt Parker's got the ball, and it's going to take a very good kick into this wind. I think it's going to be a bit too far out, but he's put it right up there, and there's plenty of Rambler footballers there. There's Simon Pedler, who's played a superb game reading the ball in defence, hasn't he, Jimmy, for continuing like he could start in the first quarter. Kicks the ball long out the half-forward line. Matt Parker gets possession again, but under the pressure as the Ramblers nullified the hand pass. It falls in the hands of Gill. He kicks it forward. Once again, plenty of Rambler Guernseys there as Scotty Micken forced the ball over the boundary. And I think this has been typical of the game so far, some of the pressure which Ramblers have put on Jimmy. It's been excellent, and I guess...
Micken's great back there too. Like, he just continually punches the ball forward. Scott, he's not fantastic looking, but by gee, he's effective.
Yeah. From the throw, and the ball gets forced over the line again. Yeah, well, I guess the coaches are pleased to see a backman who punches the ball away in the contest. Ball gets thrown again. Robert Gill, who's been rucking well and mostly had the better of the tap so far, but they haven't been able to capitalise that. Ramblers read the play well. The ball's in a pack. Once again, very well contested. The lads are still pretty willing, which you'd expect in a grand final, Jimmy.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty clever work from Adam Richardson. Damien Evans tackled him, but he also pulled him down. It made it look like Adam was being tackled.
Anyway, there was a great mark by Eugene. Mark Frey's been tackling the ball well away from him, and one of the few marks he's been able to get. And Eyre United clear the ball from the half-back line and kick to the very talented football Jordan Telfer. He gets met high, and we'll get the free kick. He's not a big bloke for a centre-half forward, Jordan, but he's very mobile and very skillful, and he's given Eyre United some great service this year. He's got pace and skill, and he tumbles the ball forward. Once again, he's in the contest. Jesse Edwards handballs on to Jordan, and Jordan normally finds a footballer, but once again, plenty of pressure from the Ramblers. Good tackling by Darren Noble. Saw the ball fall into the pack of the umpire, Jeff Phelps, who's had a mighty year umpiring. Jeff comes in and will throw the ball up again. Right on the circle. I think it's a 45-metre circle. Jimmy, that right?
Yeah, correct. That's it, yeah.
So the ball gets thrown up in the pack. Many players around the ball. Already some of the players look like the pace of the game slowing just a little bit, Jimmy, from the excitement of the first quarter. Yes. But I know there's been a lot of pressure on, and a lot of body hitting, and some of them might be getting a little bit weary from that. Simon Pedler picks the ball up and once again pushes the ball forward. Tyson Waite runs along the wing. A great little run by him. But once again, Darryl Stratford picks up the loose ball. He's been playing very well, Jimmy, in the line. And he kicks over to the Eyre United strong man, Isaac Christian. He kicks, but once again, he tries to kick to Darren Noble. Simon Pedler intercepts. They get the ball away. Looks like they've got a bit of a break over the side there. They kick along the wing over to Ben Desland. He'll turn to his left and kick the ball high to centre-half forward. Mark Fraser's dropping back. No one behind. There's a chance here for whoever can pick the ball up. Corey Yeager picks up beautifully and kicks to the back flank where there's Greg Simons and Ryan Modra for Eyre United, but Tyson Waite comes and picks up the loose ball here, handballs over to Dolling. Jesse Edwards there. Aaron Castley plays a good tackle on. Oh, there's a great tackle there. Great pressure. Great pressure by both teams. Once again, the Simon Pedler's here on the 3 Rambler bloke, Jimmy, here to contest the ball, and they were able to hold it up. So I think Simon must be, he's rucking, I think, playing a loose man defence. Is that right, Jim?
Yeah, that's his role. Yeah, he often does. He does the rucking. Not all the rucking, but he does play a kick behind the play and gets the.
Mostly been best man on the ground so far. The ball from the throw up gets picked up by Dolling. The Ramblers try and work the ball clear, but once again the pressure's intense. And a bit of a high tackle on Scott Blacker.
Scott Blacker's got a lot of energy. He's a very hard man to stop.
Yeah, he's certainly working hard. Not a big fella, but he certainly goes in hard at the ball and having a good contest with Damien Evans. He kicks to the centre, where a great mark by Rammers in the centre. Terrific mark under pressure, difficult ball. He kicks to Ramblers' half-forward line, out to Sean Fix, picks up cleanly. He handballs into Joel Fitz. To Ben Deslands. Turns his left and looks to the full forward position. Contestant, here's a great pickup from the spoiler mark by Joel Fitz, who comes in for his third goal. And I think that makes it 4 goals 3 to 3 goals 2.
Yep.
The Ramblers in front here. So I think the win would still be that 2-goal advantage, Jim. So it's a nice little. It's a goal which has been a fair while coming this quarter, Jim. Both defences have been working superbly, and the pressure by both teams hadn't slackened since the start of the game, has it?
No, it has not. You'll notice this quarter that Scott Black has been good, but he's really stepped up another cog. A lot of times he's been boring in there this quarter. He's just flying in, so they've got to really put a real effort to tackle him. And no one works harder than what Scotty Blacker does. That's a credit to him, and also the Rambler team. They play well together. But we've got Evans. Sean Evans has kicked it forward. Scott Micken is over back there every time. He reads it so beautifully. That big bloke, he's just one of the best. Gets a bit of a hard decision. Yeah, okay, well that's right. If you umpire that way, well, as long as it's fair to everybody. He knocked it out of the bounds, so he's got to pay the penalty. And it's kicked forward to Shram's in there, and Michael Borden. Sorry, he's number 2. So he's put the pressure on the Rambler defence.
Not a big influence so far, Michael, has he? He's just been round the place, but
he's a hard at it player though. He's just always at it, and he's very dangerous, and always will be. Young Shram's got it this time. He's a great player. He's having a good day too. Simon Pedler has got it again. He picks it up in the goal square. Well, most times it comes back there. He gets it on there. Jim Holman's got the kick. Always unloaded as he's kicked it forward. But young Darryl Stratford.
Mostly been Eyre United best player, Darryl again. Played a very good game last week and is playing superbly again today.
Darryl kicks it good. Long kick there up the half forward. Tiger Cabot was underneath it. It's knocked off his hands into Scott Blacker. But by gee, Scotty's always under the ball and he's in the right place to be.
Yeah, it was a good kick, but it was well read by the Ramblers. But once again, Eyre United put enough pressure to hold the ball up.
Yeah, nicely knocked forward by Simon Pedler. But Damien Evans, he's got the front running, but Froggy Donning chasing. And there's a bit of aggression coming from Adam Richardson, and a bit of a rough tactic there.
Yeah, well, you don't see many free kicks paid for kicking in danger, and that was one of the few, and it was mostly there, and the umpire's right on that. But it looks like they're going to kick into a fairly congested forward line.
Yeah, Tiger Cabot, he's coming out of defence. He kicks a little kick just back, clever little kick into Scott Blacker, without wasting possessions, and that was really good vision. Scott's kicked it forward under pressure too, but Tyson Micken, he's got in there, but Greg Simons handballs it beautifully. A bit of a the young Micken's not going on too well, the young Stratford back there, but they'll get that worked out. They're both young bucks are having a bit of a go. Anyway, Richardson's just upended Stratford, but Jimmy Holman, he's got the ball forward, and Sean Fitz is all on his own. But I'd say that things have been hiding up there nicely. And look, let's get loosened up here, boys, and get on with the game. It's a bit of aggression there, and there's a couple of blokes just want to carry on a bit longer with the play, and it's there's men out there, and look, they're going to play a grand final as hard as they can.
Yeah, I think it was just the spirit of the grand final. I mean, Ramblers have a couple of men that will certainly stick up for their small blokes, and I think they were just letting the Eyre United blokes know that if there was going to be anything happen, that they were certainly going to support their players. So, I think it was a little bit unnecessary by the couple of the Eyre United footballers, especially perhaps Corey Yeager, who came in to voice his opinion or voice his presence or make his presence felt. And as it is, it's been a goal, Jimmy, and they're the sort of things which can really hurt you, especially in a closely contested game where the goals have been pretty hard to get, and to give one away, I'm sure that'll be disappointing to the Eyre United coach. So anyway, I guess the spirit will continue, and I'm sure this won't be the last time blokes have been exerting their presence.
Yeah, I know. The young Micken is only a young lad, and Stratford didn't like the way things were going there with him. But that's what happens. I've been brought up in the Ramblers team like all teams. They look after the young bloke, and the big bloke come in to help, and that's what goes on. Anyway, the game goes on. Let's get into it. Simon Pedler has knocked the ball down. We got Sean Evans has got the ball. All keen there to get into it, and they're all playing fairly. That's good. Phelps has got that under control. He's a great umpire. We're lucky to have him into this association umpire, and let's hope he keeps going. Anyway, Greg Simon's underneath it. He's knocked it down. He's got it again. Harry Waite, just always. He's got good hands. Not only good, they're strong. He's got his mother's hands, I'd say, young Harry. He's a bit of he's very tough and mean, and he gets a lot of possessions. And down to Putt Fay, the ruck. It's a bit high there from young Modra. The ball's across now to Jimmy Holman. Oh, clashes here. There's just no clear kicks here. Good tackling from United. Castley. Now we've got Fuller and Simons is off to Modra. And now, we've got one bloke clear. Aaron Castley. He's going to run forward. Oh, he's put down behind there, and Scott Mickens got it covered. But, gee, there's pressure on here, full on. The Ramblers defence has been great, but Tiger Cabot smothered that handball from Borden. And Borden's got it again. Now he's got this time Sean Evans, so he's clear. He cleverly dropped the ball and gave him a chance to give it a kick, but there's good defence there from Putt Fay.
Yeah, Ramblers are reading this play into Uni's forward line, especially when it comes in slowly, and from congested contests they're able to read the ball and usually able to clear it easily. As Cretner gets the ball, he kicks it across to Jimmy Holman, who loves to run, and he handles onto the hard-working Scott Black, who's had a great quarter so far. Mostly one of the Ramblers' best was Simon Fitz. He handballs over to Clawton, who kicks right up to Ramblers' half-forward line. Big Eugene goes for it again, unable to get it. Justin Modric kicks the ball high, and fortunately there was no one else there but for Justin, but Sean Evans, who kicks across to his brother, who makes a bit of a meal out across there on the wing, but looks like he's going to be good enough to get out of trouble, or is he? He handballs back to Neville Stratford, who kicks forward to Greasy Simons. Ball didn't quite get there. Ball gets spilled out. However, Aaron Castley picks it up, handballs to Ryan Modra. He kicks to the centre half forward, where the ball is spoilt by the Borden, who gives away a free. Ramblers play on, take the advantage. They kick forward to Eugene Walker, their side of the centre. He handballs to Ashley Fay. He kicks the ball right up towards Joel Fitzgerald, who makes good position. However, they were able to spoil the full forward. Dolling picks up, and ever the opportunist snaps forward. He's certainly pretty dangerous around those forward lines. As a youngster, he's been one of the more dangerous forwards I've ever seen, Jimmy, and got a lot of potential to pick the ball up and very quickly get the ball on and make something out of nothing. And
he missed that. That was a frick of a shot.
Well, yeah, just after give him a bit of rap. Normally he kicks those, and I said he's going to be a bloke that he can be held for a quarter or two, and now and again he can just all of a sudden a quarter he can just turn the game.
Great player. No, I was getting into him, but
yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, Darryl Stratford kicks off extremely well from full back to his centre half back. Mark Fraser takes a good mark. He'll be looking for somebody to pass the ball on to. Looks like he's going out there to Matt Parker. Ball didn't go far enough. Rammers picks up the mark instead. Handballs on to Cretton, picks up the loose ball. He handballs on to Jimmy Holman, who passes beautifully on to Dolling, who's able to pick the ball up off the ground. Right across there on the half-forward flank. And Dolling will, I'm no doubt, be looking for Joel Fitz. And he'll be ably supported by Mark Richardson up there. He runs around the player on the mark. He's got a lot of pace, this lad. He kicks on his left foot, puts it right up there to full forward, but Gill, who's played quite well for United with his ruck work, takes a good clear defensive mark. Handballs to Justin Motter. He kicks out the half-back flank, where Simon takes the mark. He'll be looking to keep the ball continuing around the wing. Finds no one. Undecided, as Ramblers' defensive work is great. He goes right across goals. Sometimes can be a pretty dangerous ploy, but he finds his mark in the coach, Damien Evans. He now's got the job of trying to find where to kick forward. Ramblers are certainly manning up here, making it difficult for United to present targets to when they're coming out of defence. However, he finds Neville, and they haven't really gained much here. Umpire calls the ball on. Neville goes right across to the flank to look for Gill. Unable to mark. Ramblers pick the ball up. Cretton somehow kicks the ball on. Dolling picks up the ball. It's contested. Jesse Edwards picks up the ball, and he kicks forward to where Simon Fedler, ever playing that loose man, reads the ball, kicks it up to their centre half forward position. Boys going hard there. Eyre United able to clear. Damien Evans kicks into the man. Fay, he picks up the ball from that's rebounded off his body, and he snaps. And I think it's going to be pretty close. But no, just goes through the point. It was great play by Fay, though. He's a good footballer, isn't he, this lad?
He's a great footballer. You'll notice he's had a lot of the ball, and but that action's there. That could have easily been a goal. It was a great effort, and he's a talented man. Just great all around the ground, Pup.
Well, it was a great smother, wasn't it? And then to pick the ball up quickly in a difficult position, nearly kicked the goal. Yeah. And as you said, Jimmy, he's had a fair bit of play this game, and he would have to feature in one of Ramblers' better players, I would think. Yeah, he's certainly been at the contest. Darryl Stratford's going down the centre again. I don't know where he's gone this time, but I think nearly Fangirl. Sean Fitzgerald scouts beautifully, and he's a very dangerous little footballer. And turns on his left and kicks it straight through the centre, and that'll hurt a bit because Eyre United have. I think. Oh no, I'm wrong. It's. Well, there you go. He fooled me. He put his hands there, and I thought he must have kicked it through. But have it. Darryl kicks.
His old man wouldn't have missed it.
No, Darryl kicks off to his brother. Hang on, what have we got here? We've. I think what happened. Maybe the goal umpire hadn't finished waving the flags or something like that.
That's right.
Darryl's been kicking off well, so it'd be interesting to know where he finds this time, because Ramblers have certainly been making it hard to provide targets. Looks like he's going to go to Mark Fraser. But however, Tyson Way intercepts the kick in. Fay kicks in towards the full forward line. Richardson couldn't quite hang on to that. Mark turns, snaps, and I think they've peppered the goals. They've had about 3 points, Jimmy, when they could have really, they're putting a lot of pressure on, and they could have perhaps really got a little handy lead. They kicked a bit better.
Yeah, they've had a lot of the play and haven't actually capitalised because, we'll just get a score update in a sec. And Damien Evans is going to kick off because he will make a good choice. He's actually kicked it himself and going to kick it along 5-7 to 3 goals 2, Ramblers way. Adam Richardson, hand pass across to Fay. He's kicked it towards the centre of the half-forward area, and Aaron Castley's got off it, but Simon Pedler just picks the ball up again and get one more handball across to Sean Fitz. But there's tackling, and United has got hold of it there with Modder and a few others, but Craig Francis is showing some aggression. Good on you, Craig. He's having a go, and it's going to be a ball up from Sturgis. It's a tough go here.
It's a tough game. Ramblers still can't quite break Eyre United. If they kicked a bit straighter, they perhaps could have then, but Eyre United is certainly putting in a solid effort to try and keep up with them.
Evans tapped the ball, and Dolling picked it up, and heading towards Joel Fitz. He normally grabs him. Young Joel Fitz is a great hands overhead. That's why he's kicked so many goals this year. Leading goal kicker with young Noble.
Well, Justin Modder, if he can keep with him, Justin's a pace and courage. He has great discipline. But early on the game, Jimmy, it looked like that Joel was going to be a bit too strong for him. But he's as the ball hadn't come in quite as easily for Joel, Justin's able to put just enough pressure on him to stop him marking.
Yeah. Hello. Now we've got a controversial decision. That's over the line. If young Evans young Damien, the male medalist, has kicked the ball from over the line.
Coach is not happy.
It's going to be no one else to blame, Chief, but the boy himself. So he's gone over the line, and Dean Sturgis is standing on that line. You can see you mustn't put your foot over that line. And the ball's going to be thrown up now from in the goal square. Up to, Eugene Walkup's kicked, hit it across there into Yagar's come forward. Dying actually tackled him without the ball. Stratford's kicked it forward, and now we've got Matty Parker. He's a good player for United. He's got the ball. Handballs there, but not. Simon Padler's got it across to Credden and had it, and then now we've got Walkup and Sean Evans. He's going it forward with his right foot. He's getting it up forward there into the centre of the ground. Young Telfer, he's got a handball behind him, but it was great talking from behind. Matt Parker's got it across now to Aaron Castley. Aaron's got it up forward to Michael Borden. He's not going to make it because it's over the line, and she's out on the full. And Skulls House says you're going to have to come back, Michael Borden, but can you tell a school teacher?
It's a bit dangerous if you do that sort of thing, Jimmy, but because I'm sure you must have a perfectly good explanation why not. But
no, I'm good mates with Michael Borden. He's a good fellow, and we like to have a bit of a go. So, but that's a great mark by Eugene Walkup. He's taken it out of the air and given it to Adam Richardson. He's passed it forward to Joel Fitzgerald. Joel's standing in there, and he's handballed it forward. Ball's now gone out to Evans and across to Craig Franks, and now across to Stratford. Stratford's going to kick it now on young Ben Schramm. He's got the ball on the wing. He can hit it up to half forward to Christian. He's been a great player. But Scott Micken has got a good reach, just like
Good sport.
Christian, and they are a good contest here, these guys. The ball's hit forward, but it's all Eyre United. We've got Damon Evans, got all the time in the world. He'll kick this forward to Borden, but Jimmy Holman easily knocked that ball away. Good tackle there from Christian, but Fitzgerald thought he'll just let's play the boundary line and give Ramblers a bit of time to settle, which is good football. The ball's thrown in anyway, and Simon Pedler's kicked, knocked behind, and now the race is on. Castley's front. Franks, he's got it. Unfortunately for Craig Franks, who did a desperate job, fell over the top of Tyson Waite's shoulder, and now we've got Chris Fuller going to run forward there, and he'll pick it up because he's got a paddock there, and he's going to kick it forward now. He's got all on his own is Andrew Cretton, who is a great kick for goal.
What position is he playing, Jim?
AJ plays in the back lines or forward or anyway. Yeah. He's a utility. He's actually today I would say he'll be getting odd run on the ball, and that's what he's doing. And he's actually used up forward quite often, but you'll see him in defence more as well. So generally both ends of the ground, forward or back. But there's a mark to Eugene Walker. No, it's a free kick.
Yeah, I think, Jimmy, what happened there that they held Fraser out, who was going to try and spoil the mark taken by Eugene, and the umpire must have determined that he was being held out of the play. Otherwise, it would look like being a certain goal if he allowed the mark. Yeah.
All right, ball's thrown in, and going for it was Harry and Eugene against the United player, but it's all in for Tyson Wade. He's just always in the bottom of the pack. You notice that he works. He's very strong for a young fella, but he went not as strong as his old man, but he's working on it.
Might be faster, perhaps.
Yeah, no, I'd say Chaffee would have had more kicks at this time of the day. But anyway, he's a legend too. So we come forward to Borden, and there's a definite push in the back there. Good umpiring there from Jeffrey Phelps. Chris Fuller's putting the pressure on to Michael Borden. Well, Rambler blokes love to tackle him. He's a good bloke, got a lot of respect, but we like to tackle him hard. Anyway, they get it forward up to there and punched away by two Ramblers, but it's clear in the way as young Ryan Modra kicks a shocker. Maybe he tackled from Scott Micken. He's got long arms. He's just gadget arms. But the ball's going towards the boundary line. Maybe he'll go over. Well, that's young.
Good view there, Jim.
Yeah, young Shram. Oh, the umpires are always right, Donald. Yeah, no, that's good decision making there by the umpire, and Claughton's going to knock the ball forward. Claughton is always a hard man. He's done well. He'll battle on there and do a bit of ruck work as well.
Jimmy, Eyre United are unable to bring the ball to their forward line quickly, and with that, Ramblers have always been able to bottle up. And as the ball comes in from the throw-in, once again they take the loose ball, but kick forward where Neville Stratford, who's played quite a serviceable game in the half-back line, marks. And he'll put the ball right up there, but Ramblers will, I'm sure, bottle this up again as they've done, and Simon Pedler comes in with a good spoil, and they're able to take the ball away. Sean Fitz has picked up the ball. He's looking for somebody to pass to, and it looks like there's been a free half disposal to young Andrew Cabot. He kicks the ball down centre wing where young Dolling comes across, and he's taken out of play by Neville Stratford. And we'll have the ruck and Gill and Eugene Walker to contest this ball. Comes in, Eugene taps it. Well done. He saw Scott Blacker in the centre. He tapped it over to him, and he's put it beautifully. Justin Modra was able to stay in front of Joel and take the ball away. And he's, but unfortunately, after the ball got spilt from the contested mark, Justin ran on and went right over the top of Mark Richardson, and the umpire Sturgis has given the free. And Mark hadn't had a big impact on the game, but I guess. He's always going to be a danger man, Jimmy, and he's normally a pretty good kicker, isn't he?
Well, Rico's sort of been playing from the bench, and he hasn't played the whole game, and he's actually playing just odd times, comes on the ground, and when we need a bit of strength, he seems to come forward and does it, and he's a beautiful kick.
Well, he's demonstrated that and kicked a very valuable goal for Ramblers, and they stretch their lead, and I make it 6 goals 8 to 3 goals 2, Jimmy, which has given them quite a commanding little lead here. Thus, Eyre United are battling very hard to stay in touch. They haven't been able to get clearly into their forward lines, and the times they have gone forward, they haven't been able to convert those into scores. And this has basically been the difference so far, that Ramblers have been able to keep it a little bit more open, and they've been able to convert. Ball's back at the centre. Gill wins a tap again. It's however, Ramblers have been reading the ball well.
Goals this quarter.
But Eyre United pick up the ball through Castley. Borden's fumbling it across there. It's a little bit greasy, so it's not perfect conditions for ball handling. And siren goes for half time, with the score being 6 goals 8 to 3 goals 2.
Yeah. We go. Okay, yeah, welcome back with the third quarter now, the second half start for Great Flinders Football League Grand Final. Ramblers 6-8 to 3 goals 2 to Eyre United, and up they go. Simon Pedler's got the ball forward to Ashley Fay's handball across there to Ben Deslands, and Ashley Fay's got it back again. They're playing around with it. That's deserves to lose the ball, and Stratford's got it forward down to young Modra. And Modra's got it swinging around. He's ducks and weaves, feints the handball a couple of times, got it to Evans and down to Sean Evans. And he's out in front of Chris Fuller. He's going to run around on his right leg. He's aiming at Stratford, Mark Fraser. But Jordan Telfer, he's going to run around on the right leg. Hit it to Isaac Christian, and he's run straight into the goals. And what a start for the Eyre United Saints.
They need that, Jimmy. They had to get that first goal to kind of, because there's a nice little break of 4 goals by Ramblers at half time. And this will give them a bit of heart. They've just looking around to see some of the changes they've made. I see Robert Degner's on, Eugene Walkup, so I suspect Mark Fraser's been moved. He's gone right up forward, and it looks like he could be. Well, Isaac Christian's back there too with Darren Noble, so it's a bit hard to work out whether Fraser's resting in the forward pocket. Degner's certainly got the body to perhaps go with Eugene, but that'll be an interesting contest. I don't know whether Ramblers have made many positional changes. They perhaps haven't had to, but Eyre United are certainly looking for something a little bit different. As the Rucks go for it after that goal, Gill wins the knock again down to Evans, who I think he's going to get. The coach is going to get a push in the back, and he'll send the ball right forward again. He's a nice long kick to centre forward. Fraser's unable to keep his feet. Isaac Christian gets the ball. Quick hand pass out to Jordan Telfer, who can normally be. He's a bit like Dolling. They're the sort of footballers that can kick these miraculous goals, but Jordan was under a little bit of pressure then, unable to kick that. But it's a good little start.
4 goals 3 now.
It's 4 goals 3, so the lead's been reduced from 4 goals to 3. So Eyre United are still in this, but I guess they really need to get some goals this quarter, Jim, to stay in this game.
They will.
The ball comes out to Eyre United's half forward line. Umpire's called a free. I think he's taking it back, and Simon Pedler will get that free. He and Scott Blacker had tremendous first halves along with Fay. Simon Pedler kicks to centre wing. Greasy Simons waits back behind his opponent, gets the ball, hand pass to Jordan, and I think it looks like he's going to get a free. He's quite a spirited footballer, young Simons. Has a red hot go. He was an association footballer a couple of years ago. He kicks the ball to Ryan Modra, who hadn't had that much of the ball in the first half. He started well. He kicks the ball across to Sean Evans, unable to take the mark. His brother's in there, and I think the ball's going to be. No, that looks like umpire's going to let it go and see if they can get it out. But it's been a good start by Eyre United. Simon Pedler's going to come forward, and looks like he's going to contest this ruck.
Yeah, Isaac Christian's got 3 goals now, and he's Fred up there forward.
He's been a good focal point, Jimmy.
He has.
So ball spills out from the throw-up. Borden goes in. They're certainly pretty willing. All players very keen to throw their bodies in and contest. And umpire, I didn't see it, Jimmy, but he's picked out a free to Borden.
Yeah.
But once again, they've got a congested forward line, and Ramblers have been very good at getting the ball out from those situations. Ball goes up there, and I think it goes right over the pack, and it's hit the point post. Fraser's calling for it, and he'll contest his throw-in. Quite a lot of players up there again, Jimmy. It looks. I think Simon's just kicked the ball. It's gone nowhere, straight up in the air, and Ramblers have been able to punch the ball out of play.
Yeah, Mark Fraser, he's the tall man there. He punched that into the boundary line, and the ball's thrown in now from that forward pocket. And Simon Pedler, Gill at it, and down to Scott Blackers. Gee, Simon Pedler and Scott Blacker combine well. They've done that well today. They've got it. Scotty's right under it, and back to Gill and Blacker. But this time Evans is under it. He's usually right in the middle of it. He's down to Schramm and knocked the ball forward. Forced out of play by Adam Richardson, with Isaac Christian's actually very close, pressuring on there on the side. Back back into the centre there, and Holman, he's grabbed the ball. But gee, the bit of strength here. Someone's going to pull it out. Evo's got it. He's got down to Sean Evans, and both of them are having a bit of a go.
Both Evans boys love the ball on the ground here. This is one of the sides of the game, Jimmy. They're very good at when the packs there. They both love it when the ball gets congested and love going the packs and getting the ball out.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, they're right into it. And so we got Adam Richardson there, and that's Stacks on the mill again. We're not going to do much here, and let's give it a Phelpsy. Build it up and see if someone can get it clear away. The weather's still cool. The wind has dropped actually. It's not quite as strong as what it was. Across down to Ashley Fay. He kicks it out of defence. Beautifully knocked forward there by Justin Modra. Ryan Modra. Ryan, that's it. And now Ben Schramm has got hold of the ball. He's a good, steady footballer. And younger Jordan Telfer. That's United supporters aren't happy because the ball he grabbed up around his face level, and of course it looks like it's on over.
I thought it might have been high tackle, Jimmy.
They might have been thought it was a high tackle, but it was actually good umpiring by the umpire Phelps, and the ball was hit forward from Jimmy Holman, but it's down towards Jordan Telfer and down to Ryan Modra. Yeah, that's right. And to Andrew Cretton, and he's kicked the ball forward down towards the wing. Eugene Walker with strength. He's a big, strong, powerful man. He handballed it out, but that young Ben Schramm he's going to be caught holding the ball. He is, because he spun out of it, let the ball go, and instead of playing the ball on, the umpires decide that the ball shall go back, the penaliser side. But that's good umpiring by from Dean Sturgis. He was correct with this decision. He's not going to let the play get away, and he's been doing that consistently today. So he's thrown it back to Sean Fitzgerald, who's keen to get on with it. Bad luck for Rams. But anyway, Adam Richardson, he's in front there. He'll get the ball in front of Stratford. He's heading back for his kick. This man used to play for the Central Districts. I've seen him kick 9 goals against West Adelaide one day. What a powerhouse. And he can kick them from anywhere. He's unbelievable. He kicks it forward up to the forward square there. And the boys go up for it. But Gil, actually, Crum, great for a big man. And he's got down to Modra. Modra's got it across the Ben Schramm. Great tackle there by Jimmy Holman. And it's forward down to Sean Evans. And he's going to duck and weave, and he's going to come back and put it on to Borden. Borden rushed his kick a little bit. Could have took his time on, but it's good pressure. This is our grand final. So it doesn't matter. You've got to get your clear kick away. And there's a big tackle on Matt Parker there from AJ Cretton. And then Jeff Phelps decides, well, this is mine, boys.
Jeff's going to throw it up. Mark Fraser, who's come out of the back lines to contest the ruck. Fay, who's had a prolific game as far as possessions go, kicks the ball on the boundary line to kick it out of play. He's played a good game, hasn't he?
He's been there all the day. He's been fantastic.
He's got a lot of possessions. Claughton and Gill contesting. Gill gets the tap, but Jimmy Holman reads it well, knocks it forward to the advantage of his Rambler teammates over to Ben Deslands. He handballs over to the Simon Pedler, who's mostly sick of knocking up getting possessions. He kicks out beautifully. Tyson Waite, who took the mark, and he'll take the kick across there on the wing.
Yep.
Been a good footballer, Tyson.
He's been one of our best players for today.
He's played well. He kicks to centre half forward. Richardson goes up one hand, but picks the ball up and kicks it in, and with his left foot. But unfortunately for Ramblers, just a bit off target. There's a good bit of movement by Mark then, because he was spoilt, and then he picked up the ball and quickly got the ball on the boot, which was good work for the big fella.
He doesn't miss many. He's really good up forward, and it was a good way Tyson Waite got that ball into him too. He doesn't mess around.
I think that's what Ramblers have been doing a bit better today. They've been getting the ball in quickly, and Eyre United haven't been able to put the pressure on when they've done that, whereas when Eyre United have been taking the ball in, they've been under enormous pressure most of the time and able to get a free, easy kick. Darryl Stratford's been kicking off well. He kicks down to where Big Eugene contests the mark against Neville Stratford. Jesse Edwards picks up, handballs over to Ben Schramm, who in turns handball Neville. Good bit of play, but once again, excellent tackle by Simon Pedler. Neville picks up the crumbs. Simon's kicked straight up in the air again.
Did you see the mileage that Simon Pedler made to get to that tackle? Simon Pedler is brilliant with his athleticism. He was 50 metres away, and he ran down to get that possession. He's
covered a lot of ground. Anyway, the umpires picked out a free. I think, who's that going to? It looks like it'll be a Rambler free kick. Round about, the person will be kicking young Fay, who'll be kicking from round about the 45-metre mark. and he'll be kicking. I should imagine if he doesn't make the distance, he'll be right up there. No, he's gone for a pass to Big Eugene, who marks. Well, I thought he marked that. It was very close. He was put on a bit of pressure. It was an excellent kick into him. And the umpire has given a free.
For a throw.
And it's an Eyre United free kick. And it's going to go to one of their best players today. That's Daryl Stratford, he's been kicking with distance. And I'm sure he'll... but Simon Pedler will be mostly trying to read this, which he has. He's kicked it straight to him, but it's been spoilt by Fraser. But once again, Simon's showing his athleticism, picked the ball up, kicked it beautifully out to Faye, who gets another possession, kicks it into the full forward line. Greg Fitzgerald picks up the loose ball. Joel Fitzgerald, Greg's his old man.
Yeah, that's right.
I think Greg would be pretty proud to say he moved as quick as that, Jim. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. 6 goals, 10 to 4 goals, 3 would be the score.
Thanks, Jim. Yeah, so Eyre United is still holding in there, but once again, they say the third quarter is quite often the premiership quarter, and Eyre United will really need to try and get another couple of goals before the quarter ends to give them a chance of winning this. A lovely kick out by Borden, but Tyson Waite takes a good mark. He sends a pass in. It doesn't find its target, but young Dolling picks up cleanly, snaps with his left foot. It goes across where Mark Richardson's waiting right in front of goals and kicks a good goal. So the big fella's always dangerous, isn't he?
That was actually a very clever bit of play there. Those Rambler guys, the young fellas like Tyson Waite and Mark Dolling there. Mark Dolling, really brilliant. Look, he's twinkle toes there with his feet, and that put it nicely for Mark Richardson. All he had to do was grab a hold of it, and we've got our score now. 7 goals, 9 to Ramblers, 4 goals, 3 to Eyre United. But what a brilliant, deft bit of touch there, Don. The way that those young lads, how they just use their skills, it looks great. The ball's gone forward. Gill's got the ruck this time, but picked up this time by Fuller. Fuller's got back to Brad Claughton. Brad Claughton's been solid in defence, and he's got it on to Holman. Holman's kicked the ball high, so he's going to give him the hospital ball, but Adam Richardson will not lose the ball. If he can see the ball in the air, he will mark it. He just doesn't. He's had a brilliant year. He's been very close in the male medal. Bad luck about his kicking in possession there, but the run from Stratford is good defence from Eyre United. Actually, they're playing with teamwork. Why don't they do that all the time? Get it together, you guys. Put it back there. Oh, that's a heavy knock. Saints are tackling hard. They want the ball. They've got themselves revved up. The couple of these knocks, it's going to get them going. And away Schramm goes. He's got it across to Borden. Borden's got under pressure, but by gee, he's going to kick it forward, and it's gone for a point. But what a piece of play.
Good bit of play, Jimmy. That play, some of the blokes really went hard then. They looked like they really wanted the ball, and they wanted that goal, and Borden nearly converted that. But no, it was a good bit of play, because normally the Ramblers would have cleared that ball, but it was only through the determination, a bit of solid bumping, and I think Ramblers was a bit surprised about some of the aggression showed them by United.
Absolutely.
They kicks in well towards Claughton, unable to mark. Ryan Fitzgerald superbly tackled. The ball spills out. Sean Fitz is over to Holman. Holman over to Rammers. Rammers kicks down to Ramblers half-forward line to Neville Stratford. He gets in front. Ball spilled out from the mark. Picked up by Jimmy Holman, who's followed up beautifully. He kicks to Joel Fitz, who's on a superb leave, and I know forward players would just love to have the ball delivered by like some of these Ramblers guys do, who just put it out beautifully. There's not much a back man can do about that, Jimmy, is there?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, but did you see the work off the ball there from Eugene Walker? It was just fantastic. He shepherded 2 guys, 2 Eyre United, big blokes, off the ball, and given this chance now for Joel Fitzgerald. We'll kick at goal, and Joel Fitzgerald is our hero. He's just the best thing. He's beautifully bred, and what a man. He's well, speaks for himself. The goals are on the board, so we're proud of young Joel.
I think it's 4 goals, Jimmy, to Joel.
Joel's 4th, and we have
Joel's 4th.
7 goals, 8.
I think that.
Sorry, not 8 goals, 8.
To illustrate one little point here, that their United forward line has been we've got the leading goal scorers in the association at both ends, and I think young Noble up there has rarely touched the ball for the game, and Joel's had the ball delivered to him beautifully, and has kicked the 4 goals, and well deserved. Anyway, the ball's contested at the centre here. Hand pass out by Adam Richardson, went really nowhere, but it was tapped well to a Rambler footballer. He kicks it out where Simon Pedler picks up, and with his athleticism and pace, runs round Ryan Motter, which is a pretty good feat, taking that Ryan's pretty quick, but the ball goes over to centre half forward for Ramblers, where Daryl Stratford, who I think is clearly best player for Eyre United, gets the ball and kicks up towards the centre, towards Jordan Telfer, who's had the ball punched away. The ball goes over to the wing, where Greasy Simon puts a very good tackle on, and I think Jeff Phelps will have that ball, and we'll throw it up. So the score here is about nearly halfway through the third quarter. 7 goals 10 to Ramblers to 4 goals 4 to Eyre United. Still a very handy break. From the throw, and Deslane gets the ball. Handballs over to Scotty Blackett. He runs forward, kicks to Joel Fitzgerald, who's all by himself. So I don't know whether that means they've taken young Justin Modder off Joel, and Neville Stratford's gone back to him, but Neville was certainly seen to go on missing then. Well, Joel read that beautifully and got it right away from him. And the way Joel's been kicking, this could quite possibly be his 5th goal. He's a superb kick for goal. Puts the ball on the boot, kicks distance, but he's just took that one a bit. And for Gordon Modra down there, is called a point. So it's a rare miss for Joel, but he's certainly a bit of a thorn for the Eyre United players. And it looks like that Neville Stratford has been moved back there. He certainly perhaps might match him strength-wise, but Joel's been having the ball delivered to him beautifully, and it's going to make it pretty hard. Jesse Edwards kicks the ball in. It's a high kick. They contest the ball. Greg Simons picks up the crumbs. Handballs beautifully over to Neville, who kicks the ball on over centre. It's a scrubby sort of kick picked up by Sean Evans, who kicks the ball on to Matt Parker. He picks the ball up. Nowhere to go. The Ramblers' defence being very solid again, and they take the ball into a scrimmage, and once again, Eyre United unable to find a clear target up forward and deliver the ball with precision, and Ramblers will be trying to bottle this up again and making it pretty hard from the score. From the throw-up, it goes down to Damien Evans, who's tackled. The ball's once again contested in a pack. Some great tackling. However, Damien Evans gets the ball, but he's had a tremendous tackle put on him. Anyone who picks the ball up, hell, Jimmy, I reckon if you wouldn't want to pick the ball up here, because it's pretty hard to get a kick. However, Jordan Telford just proves me wrong. He and young Dolling are very similar. They're just so dangerous up forward. When Jordan gets the ball, he quite often makes something out of nothing, and he's done that to a much-needed goal from Eyre United, Jimmy. So they're still in it, don't you think?
That's a great goal, because that tackling there, I don't reckon you could see much better tackling from the Ramblers guys, because there was 2 blokes tackling each time there. Each time an Eyre United bloke got possession, but they persisted and they got it forward, and Jordan Telfer did do a great snap, and that's great effort. Good under pressure, great pressure football. This is a good grand final. Let's get into it. Simon Pedler's going there with, he's got it, second knock, he's got it forward, and also now we've got Modra got it forward, and look, Eyre United lifting, and I can see Matt Parker, he's got the ball, because under pressure from Tyson Micken, he's going back there and leaning into it. He's done a great job today, down and noble, but he's under pressure. He's been battling to get a kick today, and Schramm's got it. He's going underground to Isaac, now the bodies are going in. Look, it's pretty tough going here, and I can see Eyre United have got a sniff here, and they want to go with it. We got the score of 5 goals 4. Oh, correct, and to
5 to 8 goals 10.
To 8 goals 10, and the ball's knocked in, and Fuller's handballed it forward. There's no one to go to. Anyway, Waite comes through. He's ducks and weaves. He can stand and do what he wants. They can't seem to grab hold of him. Tyson Micken, he's got it forward, and Ashley Fay going for the ball. He's not forward by Modra. Over the back, young Corey. Great kick to young Joel Fitzgerald. That's great from Corey Pilgrim. He's a young lad, and he's doing big things this year for Ramblers, and he's just kicked it forward nicely, beautifully set up. And Scott Black has just missed the ball. A couple of them made a bit of a stuff up. Rico just fell over, but it's Damien Evans has got the ball. Bad luck for the Ramblers guys, but pressure on there now from Eyre United. Mark Fraser stuck the ball underneath him, and maybe he's got the mark. Oh, that was pretty clever, I suppose. It couldn't possibly have touched the ground, would it? Scott Micken has great defensive skills also. Unreal, and Fraser's gone handballs underground. He knows where it is, and so he's just torped it down. What a big long 60-metre kick. Anyway, Tyson Micken, he's got it out in front. He's a young lad, he's going to go for it. Jordan Telfer's tackling. Oh no, there's another bloke there behind him tackling him. The ball's in there, and they're all flying around, and I can see pressure's just full on. Jordan Telfer, uncanny. He is brilliant, this lad. He's second time, he's dangerous there around those packs in the forward line, because he just gets his little deft kick away, and he's got up to Matt Parker, and Matt's taken a mark, only 15 metres out, and he's just on a big angle. But I would say Matt Parker, because he's been coached by West Adelaide, so he'd have to be one of the best kicks in the league.
Well, being a fellow West Adelaide man, Jimmy, I'd say that he's mostly been well coached, and I would not be all surprised he puts this straight through the middle. However, it's going to be a very good goal if he does. And he's tried a banana kick, and it doesn't look too bad.
Well, there you go.
He's certainly been well coached. It's a great kick by Jordan. As Jimmy said, he makes nothing out of something out of nothing, and he's also one of his other attributes is he can run all day, Jimmy, and so quite often a centre half back can go with him for half a game, but just his running round, it means that he will quite often he's run a centre half back off his feet, even though he's not quite often as big as a centre half back. But that's a great goal by Jordan, and I guess that keeps me in it. So I make that 8 goals 10 to 6 goal 4. So we're at a 3-goal game here, and if Eyre United can kick the next goal or two before 3/4 time, they're definitely still in the game. Ball's contested in the centre. Ruckman, Pedler and Gill tested, went down the ground, it spilled out over the back to Jimmy Holman, lays a good hand, no, misses his target. Fuller will mop this up, kicks out to the Simon Pedler, who must be up for his umpteenth possession, kicks along to Ramblers half-forward line, and it's a good contest. And Justin Modder, who's been relieved from centre-half back, is able to outmark Sean Fitz. He'll certainly try his heart out, young Justin. But he kicked along the centre wing where the tall Jimmy Holman, who's a tall bloke for a wingman, takes a good mark to take the pressure off Ramblers, as Eyre United mounting a bit of a challenge. He kicks to Joel Fitz, who is actually outmarked by Sean Fitz. Whether he gave a bit of a push there, but he did it well. And Sean Evans, sorry. Finding it hard to find somebody to kick to, does. But he's kicked out to Ryan Modra, where there's 3 Ramblers, and this could really let them in. However, they're able to come back and put a bit of pressure on as Eyre United blokes regroup. Kicked out, but Big Eugene puts Justin down. Yeah. Sean Evans picks up again, and this time I think he'll kick a bit longer. He's found the Mark Fraser. Now, if they get the ball in quickly here, this is when they've been at their best. And I'm sure Mark's aware of that, and he puts it right up. He's gone for Noble, who's... great defence by Jimmy Holman, who looked like being a certain mark to Noble, who's hardly had a possession today. Simon Pedler kicks along the flank to young Pilgrim, who kept his eye on the ball, and the umpires rewarded the young fella with a good mark. Joel Fitzgerald's coming forward for the lead. Young fella's finding hard nowhere to kick, but they've got plenty of big fellas up there to give them a target. Corey Yeager takes a good mark. Corey's been quite an achiever this year after playing a lot of the year in B grade and the previous year, but he's been asked to step up into the A grade and done quite a good job in defence. But he kicks forward, and it looks like Simon's up for Simon Pedler. Read the play well, and he looks like he's going to try and... No, he's been held up the bit of fence, but he stands now on the circle now and kicks forward, and looks like being a good kick, but not quite making it as Neville Stratford marks in the last line. Kicks out to Simons, who's well sport by Tyson Waite.
Brilliant sport.
It's terrific tour. He did come from a long way. He's a real ball player, young Tyson, didn't he, Jimmy? He just keeps his eye on the ball and just goes hard at it.
No, he came a long way behind. He had 10 metres on him, but he made the distance. So it's brilliant running to do that. And that's what you got to do. That's how a young bloke's going to do well in the AFL. But have a look at that from Adam Richardson. Just sort of spun that ball straight down Joel Fitzgerald's throat. Just under pressure, and what a great move. Adam Richardson is the key to Ramblers here these days. He's just unbelievable.
Well, I thought he had a great first quarter, Jimmy. He seemed a little bit quieter in the second, but he's come back this quarter and made some very telling possessions with some very effective kicks, so he's certainly exerting an influence.
Well, Joel Fitzgerald positions himself so well. How he loses his men, I don't know, but he just puts the ball through every time. You just put your glasses down because he'll kick a go, and he does it again. And what a brilliant effort from a young up and coming forward. What's this boy got? He's going to do heaps and heaps and heaps. He's got 6 goals. He'd have to have... Well, he went for his 5. Well, I think he might have missed one, because I think I've jotted one down for Joel before. Maybe he missed one, but the score is 9 goals 10 and Eyre United 6 goals 4. And this game's hotting up because there's not a big difference in the win advantage of each end. So anyway, Gill does a second knock. Anyway, it's come forward to young Justin Modra, and coming out to young Tyson White. He'll just duck and weave until he gets a clear kick, because he just hangs on it until he does. Young Mark Dolling, what a precision kick from young White. On to Dolling, he's going to kick it up forward. Now back goes Fitzgerald. He's dropped the ball, but he's certainly getting the right position to kick a goal. And he has done just that. Well, there we go. I'm not much of a goal umpire, but it's a point. It's gone over the post. The goal umpire's signalled a point, and fair enough. It didn't clear the in between the sticks. So the kick in from Stratford. It's going down to Simon Pedler. Over the pack, it's Greg Simons. He kicks it forward. Well done. And it's Telfer's going out in front, and he's going to handball right back, lays it back nicely for Benchram. Benchram's got plenty of time here, but only thing he's just put it straight out in front of Tyson Mickens, right in his way. And same with Tyson, kicked it back to Greg Simons, so they must think they're in the same Guernsey. Anyway, young Simons, he's ducked and weaved. He's going to run around, and he's gone up right up to the centre forward position, and the ball's knocked down. But Ramblers players are everywhere here. Young Tyson Micken, he's got it forward, kicked it in and now it's gone to Ashley Fay. Ashley Fay's got the ball again. He's done a great job. Scott Ram has given us heaps. He's been a great defender. Adam Richardson, he's just all over the place, and he's just done a great job. Kicks the ball forward, and he's been put down, but maybe not after. He's just gone to the pack there, but he's going all right. So Justin Morris kicks it forward again. Adam Richardson's got it again. Picks the ball up. Can't seem to do anything wrong with his hands. They're better than anybody else's. And any wonder, when you can kick 85 goals for Central Districts in a league season, I think you're obviously pretty handy.
Big quarter at the moment, young. It looks like Adam's limping though, so he might have a bit of a leg problem. Anyway, the ball's back there in the forward pocket. Eugene handles out young Dolling. Centres it beautifully. This will be both the full forward and full back contest strongly. Ball gets over the other pocket. Neville Stratford, who's playing quite a serviceable game, picks up. Bodies go in hard. Sean Evans handballs out to Corey Yagar. He puts it forward to where the damaging Jordan Telfer is unable to get it, because the Fay picks up for one of his many possessions again. Centres the ball back towards Scott Black, who kicks it back to the forward, in front of the full forward line where Robert Degner marks. He's been reasonably effective since he's been out there. He kicks out towards Ryan Modra, who's had a hard contest against Jimmy Holman out here. The ball goes in on the ground, and the United players dive over it. He's certainly got a big order, young Ryan. He's up against Jimmy Holman, who's a very good centre half, a very good wingman, and they've had a great tussle for the quarter.
Now we've got scores. Scores for three-quarter time. 9 goals. 9 goals 10?
10 goals.
10 goal 10? 9 goal 10?
11.
No, I'll just run down again.
Quarter here we've got 9-11 to 6-4 Ramblers way. United going in hard. They're going to got to get the ball forward. Jimmy Holman's got it forward for Ramblers. He bounced the ball forward and chasing it with Jagar. He's turning around on his left foot and he's going to hit it back. There's going to be a free kick down the ground. There must be a late tackle there. Umpire Phelps has just called for the free kick down the ground, and Stratford's got the ball and he's going to coming out of the defence. Anyway, he's heading forward up towards Gill and Stratford. Like they're all there. Michael Borden's kicked the ball very high, but it's gone nowhere. So it's going over the boundary line. It's still windy here. It's very, very cold. The conditions are, it's been knocked forward by Simon Pedler. Greg Simons has kicked it across now. He's found his teammate. And Evans has gone back. He'll think about this and kick it forward nicely. Up the forward there's Mark Fraser was going there, and he's got it. He picked the ball off the ground. Mark Fraser's got it forward to Scott Ramblers. He's going to knock it over above Sean Evans' head. So Tyson White in the run for the ball. But Isaac Christians, he's got the ball, going to kick it forward, up in the air. It's just really no direction here. But to Tyson Waite's just running around, and he's going to handball back, misses the body of Andrew Cretton, but Tyson Micken, he's kicked the ball along the ground, not really with much purpose. There's 3 Eyre Unites here, but Greg Simons, new man on, just come on the ground, so Don tells me, and we've got in the lead for the ball was Matt Parker, and well, he's caught holding the ball there from Jimmy Holman. Pretty tough decision there, Don.
Yeah, it was mostly, it could have been there. However, Ramblers kicked the ball on to Scotty Black, who's had a lot of possession today. They've had an intriguing duel between Damien and Scott. They've both been good contributors for their team. Down towards Simon Pedler. He's let the ball go over the top. He's running on it with his athleticism. He picks the ball up, kicks right over towards the full forward position. And a great mark by Joel Fitz.
That was a great grab.
He was under a bit of pressure, and the ball wasn't easy because it floated, and it was a good grab. The young lad's been a real thorn. Has been one of Ramblers' best players today. For the opportunity he's had, he's done really well.
He has. He's been up there when it counts.
He's always presented himself. He gave them the target, and when they took the ball in quickly, he's always been there to make the most of it. And on his previous record of kicking, I would say he's got a good chance of getting this. So
his kicking's been magnificent. He's only probably had trouble getting the ball over the post there sometimes. He's had a couple of shots which didn't quite go through, but look, he's that close. He's a great...
Puts the ball on the boot beautifully. This one, he's to make a bit of a liveness. He shows he is human, can kick points.
Yeah, he can.
So...
no, he's kicked 4 goals today, but he's probably kicked 4 points.
I think he's kicked 5. I think he kicked 5, Jim, which has been a great effort in a total of 10 goals. Or 9 goals for that kick so far. Ball comes in from Darryl Stratford, goes towards the centre. It's a lovely kick again. Fuller kicks back,
well done.
and it's found. Oh, Mark Richardson was unable to hold that, which is to have a mark dying. Puts the ball out beautifully, and he hand passes it to Joel Fitz, who I think has missed it. Well, there you go. There you go.
I think he aimed at the points.
That was an extremely unusual miss. Those 2 goals could, at the start of the quarter, could have had a big effect on this quarter and the game, whereas Eyre United is hanging by the skin of their teeth.
But the truth, the way he kicked that, I think he actually aimed at the points. He thought that was the goals and strode in and kicked the point. But
well, I think you're right, Jim, because he would have only been about 10 metres out, and so maybe
he had time to handball it. He thought, no, I'll kick it myself, and went through the points. But you know, Don. It's a funny thing, I've done that.
Well, Jim, perhaps we're not delved too far back into the past, but however, look, an interesting situation. Looks like we could have had the ball lost in the crop again, but I think
too far in that barley crop back there.
Sculls was able to find that one underneath the cars, and Neville Stratford, who also has kicks off well, will be trying to find a target, which to me looks like pretty hard. Most the Ramblers have formed quite a blanket around their forward line. So I don't know where young Neville will go, but obviously they need something here because they're the ones that have to do the goal scoring.
They'll kick it this way. They're going to attack. They want to get goals, so they won't go too close to the boundary line. They'll have to get forward this way.
Well, you're right, Jim, because they go down the centre. I think the target's Mark Fraser. Well contested, however, but it's picked up by Fuller, who puts the ball back and has found young...
Stephen Fuller.
Young Stephen Fuller.
Stephen's come off the bench.
Stephen,
he's a great player, been a great player all year.
A new player on, Stephen Fuller, but unfortunately his kick found Ryan Modder, who's had as I mentioned previously, had a great tussle with Jimmy Holman and found things pretty hard. He is unable to determine where he's going to kick it. He's gone long down the centre. However, I think he's kicked it to his immediate opponent, Jimmy Holman. Yeah. Who's got a good pair of hands overhead. He sends it right back up forward towards Mark Richardson. But Justin Modder, who knows no fear, marks in front of Mark Richardson and kicks over towards
Tyson Waite.
Towards Mark Fraser. But Tyson Waite was in front and took the mark. Yeah. They need to be finding these targets, Jim, otherwise they're going to find it very hard to form an impression upon this game if they're going to win it.
Just keep an eye on Stephen Fuller. He's come on the ground, but he's brilliant. He's a really clever man.
How old's he, Jim?
He's an 18-year-old lad, and oh, look at that. There's another brilliant man. Just kicked that great goal for Tyson Waite. These juniors for Ramblers are the key, and they're fantastic. And that was brilliant football, wasn't it?
Well, it was. It looked like there was a bit of indecision up there in the goal square. I think the Eyre United, one of them perhaps could have stopped it, but 3 of them stood back and waited for one of them to come forward to touch it. And as it turned out, no one did. It went straight through, but it was a great kick from the boundary by young Tyson.
It's funny, it's a pressure game and it's a grand final, and blokes, all they're thinking about is not letting their man get the kick and knocked the ball away, and they've messed up badly.
Anyway, I think Gill have won the ruck there at centre. Said he's run the ruck, but the Ramblers have read his ruck work very well, and a lot of times they've been the one taking the ball away from the centre. As the ruckman go it again, ball's knocked forward towards Eyre United way. Fuller gets it, handballs over to the wing to his teammates. However, young Robbie Flavor was having his first run for the quarter, gets the ball well, kicks it forward, but once again there's no clear target, and the Ramblers backmen have read the play very well, and young Tyson Micken sends it back to the centre wing where the ever reliable Simon Pedler marks, and handballs over young Fuller.
He'll kick the goal.
He by himself unopposed. He's just a bit wayward to prove you wrong, Jimmy.
Well, I know Stephen Fuller. He's a great kicker. He's a beautiful balanced player, and he does not miss. Well, thanks a lot, Steve. You really helped me out there, mate. I'll talk to you later. But no, honestly, the young guys are really good. Young Tyson Micken and Tyson White, they're all fantastic. Good kicking there. And we got knock down from Scott Micken. He's just all over the place. Adam Richardson's got it out to Chris Fuller. That's the brother to Steve. So across there now to Jimmy Holman, and he's just dynamic. He's in love with Jimmy Holman, they tell me. So we just got to keep an eye on him. Anyway, they got the ball back there from there, United, and good little shove from. Sean Evans, but I'm afraid Sean, that's a good way to get rid of a bloke, but yeah, there are laws against that. So, Big Bruiser kicks it in at centre forward, and Rico's going for it, and didn't get the ball down. Simon Fraser's got back to Evans. That's Sean. Damien Evans, sorry.
Great block by Big Eugene then to stop the ball going
It
away.
was brilliant effort there by Eugene. And he's ended up with the free. Did you catch that? Actually, like you say, a big block from Eugene, but poor old Damien. Look, you want to take umpire on one day, Damien, because it's pretty tough on him.
And also Damien gives a lot of advice to the umpires about decision making, but he was obviously unable to convince the umpire of that one. As Eugene kicks, and I think he might have that one. They've kicked a lot of points. No, another point goes on. So Eyre United live again, but they really need goals, and at this stage, the Ramblers look like being in a very strong position to take the game in the premiership for the year 2004. However, the kick comes in. It's a well-contested contest at the mark again. Andrew Cabot kicks on a little bit, and mostly Eyre United's best player, Darryl Stratford, picks up and forces the ball over the line. He's been very good all day, Darryl. He's come both games in the preliminary. He was mostly our best player and mostly our best player today. And he's had an injury coming to both games, so it's been a mighty effort. Ball comes across to young Jesse Edwards. He gets tackled high. Jesse's mostly
quiet today, isn't he?
Well, he's been pretty quiet, but he's been on Dolling, and I think that he's mostly. It was obviously they put Jesse on Dolling because of his pace. He's quite quick, and he mostly
has been quiet.
He has done a fairly good job, Jesse, in keeping him down. But even though he hadn't had that many kicks himself, he kicks the ball right up to the pocket, to the flank, where Crittenden picks the ball up, and it goes out. No, I think the umpire has caught him on Crittenden.
Yeah.
And so they'll relieve.
The umpire didn't miss that.
He'll relieve for the Ramblers. He kicks across, but however, the ever dangerous kick in front of goal. The Jordan Telfer has picked the ball up, and they might get out of this yet, but Eyre United are putting a lot of pressure. Matt Parker picks the ball up and dribbles the ball over the line, and yes, Eyre United live again as they score a goal. And
brilliant.
That was good play. It was always a dangerous move by Ramblers to kick the ball there, especially when Jordan Telfer was lurking pretty close, and he was able to push the ball on, and Matt Parker was able to make something on, pick the ball up and do a very good little dribble with his left foot through the goals to have the score being Ramblers 11 goals to approximately 10 goals 15, Ramblers to 7 goals 4. Okay, the ball's been kicked away from the centre line. Jordan Telfer runs onto it, tries to pick up, but a superb tackle by Ramblers. But he must have got a little bit high. And you get the free kick right on the... He goes for a pass. I think and he's found his full forward. A great mark by Isaac Christian. He's had a hard time, Isaac, and battled very hard, started very well. But he's always given them a bit of a target, and that was a good mark. I thought that young Sean Fitz, I think it was going to intercept that, but he was unable to do that. And Isaac's lining up from about, it'll take about a 30-metre kick, Jimmy?
Oh, it'll be less than that.
30-metre kick, and he should get this, and it's a very important kick for the Saints as he lines up. I think he's got 3 goals, Isaac, already, as he's been one of their better performers. We've got an excellent position here, and I think he's done it. He's looked like curving away, but he's curved it beautifully through the goals, and looks like we might have a bit of a ball game here as the streamers wave across the far side of the ground where the United supporters are. So what do you think, Jimmy? It should be a little bit interesting finish now.
Oh, that's great. You know, like United is putting up a great effort here. In a way, sometimes a couple of minutes ago there, the Rambler guys seem to be able to give United a go with that freak goal earlier, but this is good method now, and United are up and going. So this is anyone's game now. Simon Pedler straight down to Adam Richardson, down to Tyson White. Richardson's got back again. He's under pressure. Great running from young Jesse Edwards. He's come into the game because he's been quiet. And Isaac Christian's going for the ball, and he's got the free kick over. Too much attention from the Ramblers defenders. Young Adam Richardson's and great placement across to the ball to Robbie Flavel. Robbie's a champion, and he always has been and always will be. And I know Robbie from way back, and he gives 100% for his club, Eyre United, and he is through and through. And he'll kick this goal, only from 15 metres, straight through the goal. Good on you, Robbie. Good, and that brings Eyre United right back. We've got 10 goals, 15 Ramblers, 9 goals, 4 to Eyre United. So we've got a game on our hands. Great effort here, you guys. It's a funny thing. It turns around and it's looking good.
17 points difference.
17 points difference. It's the win, like I say, is not really advantage of any end. So Jeffrey Phelps, the umpire, he will throw the ball up, getting ready for this the last half of this quarter, and up they go.
Have to kick 3 goals.
And I've got 3 goals to get. Gill's rucked well, and he's got the ball forward. And the ball's kicked out there from Gill again. Oh, well backed up from Mudra. He's come forward and up to Matt Parker. He's knocked the ball forward to himself. So Scott Micken has taken the mark, but oh gee, I don't know. Was that 15 metres? I got my doubts, but anyway, it's a good, well defended from Scott Micken. Has been brilliant all day. He's done a great job. Gill's taken the mark in front of Richardson.
You're not lifting here, Jim.
You're not lifting, and the crowd can sense it. And it's going forward now. Crittenden has dropped the ball in front of everybody and off a chest mark.
Several mistakes
and
into the Ramblers.
There's a bit of pressure on there, and the team has got to rally. It's some sort of thing that Ramblers aren't used to this year is pressure on. We hadn't had many close games this year. So look at Greg Simons has got the ball. Handball's back. Here's Evans. He's got the ball. Damien Evans. Down to Sean Evans. He's got the ball. He's too high around the neck. So he'll get the free kick on 45 metres. 45 metres out. And
spectators are getting involved.
Yeah, spectators are getting revved up, and why wouldn't they? It's just the way it goes. He lines up there. He's that far out, and he's just looking for Mark Fraser.
Mark
Well, what a beauty! He flew through the air like a started gazelle, and he's come down with a mark. What a mark from Mark Fraser. He can do it. No one else can. It's a brilliant mark. He lines up in the goal square. He'll line up. He'll kick this goal. He won't miss. And that's put it. We got a ball game. It's 11 points the difference.
United, the last 5 minutes have really lifted, and for the first time Lambers have been put under a bit of real pressure, and several mistakes have crept into the game where blokes have dropped marks they'd never normally drop, and Eyre United have picked up some of these loose balls. There's a real eagerness now. The spectators and the crowd are really enjoying this, and a lot of direction's been given now. Ramblers will mostly, their main ball players such as Pedler, Black will really have to lift here to try and get this kick away for centre. Gill, who's won the ruck all day, has won it again. This kick out of centre is all important. Players, bodies going anywhere. Ben Schramm plays beautifully, but a great spoil by Dolling. Hand pass by Jesse Evans over the top. It's anyone's ball. The coach of Eyre United gets it, kicks it, tumbles a kick forward. Isaac Christian picks up. He's going to use his strength. He's looking for support. He handballs over. Tyson, the ball player, Tyson Waite, grabs the ball and is brought down by a huge tackle by Robbie Flavel and players. And boy, the momentum certainly, the game has gone up a few gears now. It's anyone's game now with 11 points in it. If Eyre United can keep this momentum going, who knows? It must be well into the quarter, so they're certainly going to have to get another goal or two very quickly to try and snatch this game, this very improbable victory. However, Gill, who's rucking against Pedler, Gill, who's played a superb game rucking, I think it's either Ruckman tapped the ball. It's rolling forward towards Eyre United. Ramblers have it. Adam Richardson picks up and kicks over to Pedler. He's going to try and break the tackle. He's able to do that. He kicks forward. And with a great kick forward, he kicks forward to Fay, drops the ball. Eyre United have possession here. It's going out to Borden. If he can kick this up cleanly, he's got support there in Modra. He looks for him. He finds him. Modra tries to run round. Nowhere to go. Handballs back to Borden. He handballs to Darryl Stratford. He kicks forward. Puts it right up towards Isaac Christian. Can the big fella hold this one? It's Spalt. It's tapped away. Out to Ben Schramm. He picks it up, blast forward. There's no one back there for United but the old dependable Adam Richardson, who reads the play beautifully and kicks out a clearing kick.
Yeah, good reading the play there, and he's got it on there to Jimmy Holman. They kicked it forward, but it's all Eyre United. And Chris Fuller, he's got the ball up. He handball out to Tyson Waite. Tyson Waite, he runs around, he's clear. And he's all of a sudden, first time it's been in the half for Ramblers, because it's gone to Sean Fitz, but it's going to be rebounded again by Degner. Degner's got it on to Stratford, and he's going to knock the ball on just enough to get it through to Degner. But Degner, the free kick. Well, there must be a kick there somewhere. Anyway, they kicked it forward. Borden's got the ball, and it flew through the air from Matt Parker.
Oh, he's given a free kick.
Well, there's actually there's a bit of Golden Globes going on here. There's a bit of acting there, Jesse Edwards is going to get a Jordan Telford. He's in 45 metres. It's coming up to the square, and it's missed everybody and bounced through the square for a goal. And here we go. We've got Ramblers 10 goal 15, and United. United.
I think it's 5 points, Jim.
5 point goal game. 5 point goal ball game. It's fantastic effort from Man United. They've got this thing. They've got the run home.
10-15 to 11-4, Jimmy. 11-4 to United. 10-15 Ramblers.
10 goal 15. Yeah, to 11 goal 4. So up goes Simon Pedler. He's knocked it in. Greg Simon's got this. He's going to kick it around his body. He's got it forward to Mark Donning. He's got his head pulled off. He will get a free kick. He will get the free kick. Borden and Flavel, and Telfer have pulled his head off. And there's a free kick now to Dolling, getting across to Scott Blacker. Blacker's got it from the back flank. He's going to kick it forward. He's down to Corey Pilgrim. Cody Pilgrim, sorry. And Cody's he's a left legger. He's going to stand back and he's going to wait for a minute until he's going to settle himself. He's kicking in log. He's done the long bob. Down to Joel Fitzgerald. And anyway, they're all going forward. There's United's Justin Modra there. And they're all stacks on the mill. The stacks on the mill. It's a very tight episode here. We got the Jeff Phelps. He's got this ball throwing it up and out, and Eugene Walkup's going to go for the knock, and so is Damien Evans. He kicks it forward. So Scott Blacker, he's got a little left foot kick back towards United's way, but it's straight to Simon Pedler for him. And Mark Richardson's going for the mark, and so is Degner. Degner's got knocked up, and Greg Simon's got his too many Uniteds. They've got it clear away. But it's straight back into the arms of Simon Pedler. Simon Pedler, he's got it back. He's going to kick it forward, and he's found Eugene Walkup on his own. But he's taken the mark, a strong mark too, on that forward pocket there for Ramblers. He's about, I suppose about 30 metres out. Very difficult angle.
Ball it up, Jim.
I
think he's going to ball it up.
Oh, okay. Well, they've thrown the ball up. So he hasn't taken the mark, and he's got the ball anyway. He's got it off to Joel Fitz. He's got it on his left boot. And there will be an out of bounds on the full.
Eyre United will leave this. There's a lot of pressure on there. Joel had a bit of a chance there. His left foot wasn't quite up to it. I think it's going to be Sean Evans to clear for Eyre United. They'll be really looking forward to trying to get a break here. A lot of people peeling for the ball. Simon Pedler's the man that Eyre United will be finding it hard to keep away from. And he does exactly that. He marks the ball and will send, I'm sure with his experience, he will send this right in. Players peeling for the ball. I should imagine Jimmy will put this right up there and give there, and hopefully the likes of Dolling can run onto this. He's got underneath it a bit. Eugene Walker's underneath this. They contest the ball, players up. Neville Stratford's running onto it. Taps the ball out, but he's overrun by a couple of the young speedsters of Ramblers. But he put on a good tackle, he got the ball out. Ben Schramm picks the ball up, he passes on, and I think he's going to try and... I think there's a free kick. There must be a bit of interference after the play, or while he kicked the ball. Ben Schramm's going to be given another kick. He kicks to Sean Evans. He's finding it hard to find a pass and hand pass to Jesse Edwards. Hand bails back to him in a great smother by Tyson Waite.
Tyson Waite played a magnificent game.
I think they messed around a bit there, Jimmy.
Yeah.
They blew a bit of a chance there. So anyway, the ball goes thrown in. It goes in the pack. They all dive in on it. Gill punches it forward, goes to Fay. Fay picks up. Handballs over to Rammers. Justin Modra puts pressure on him. In they dive, bodies going in. People being very desperate, and a Rambler's going to get it for Adam Richardson. He put his head over the ball and deserved the free as they went in and hit him a bit high. And quite rightly that the umpire always protects the bloke with his head over the ball. Yeah. Adam, will, with his long kicking, I would think, will be looking to put it right down to his cousin Mark Richardson. He's gone the big screw. You don't see many of them these days, Jimmy. He's put it right up there. Gill's underneath it, and I nearly held that mark. It goes into the pack. Dolling tries to pick it up. Eyre United players dive over it. No one can really get the ball. They're still, umpires letting the play go on. A big pack there, but eventually Jeff Phelps has to decide to put the ball up about 30 metres out from Ramblers with a 5-point ball game.
Yeah, up the ball, up they go. Eugene Walker. Now, there's a knockout there from Jimmy Holman. He's doing a bit of a ruck work, but so is Greg Solomons, and he picked the ball up and run away from Telfer. Telfer's kicked it forward beautifully to Christian, and he's got the ball right on his chest, and he's on 50 metres, and he'll be back there, and he'll have a shot at goal, or he will kick it forward quickly for Fraser. Now he's going for the long one. It's a big kick, and it'll be short. It won't make the distance, but it's knocked over. Back from Scott Micken, but Tiger Cabot takes the ball over the boundary line. What a final! Yeah,
mostly need to get the ball on a bit quicker there. There was no one back in the goals. However, Eyre United got their chance here. Plenty of players here. Sean Fitzgerald gets it out.
Sorry. Yeah. So Sean Fitzgerald kicked it across to the boundary line, and it's on the half forward line for Eyre United, and it will be thrown in. We've got down by to throw the ball in, and we've got in rucking Simon Pedler and Robert Gill. Tyson Waite gets a knock. Sean Fitzgerald, he does it again. That's his second kick in a row. He's actually got the ball 2 times now down to the centre wing. And the ball's thrown in straight away. The boundary umpire, he's got it in very quickly, but it's a hand pass across to Froggy Dolling, and all of a sudden we've got it up to Mark Richardson. He's got the ball. Hand pass. Now Jimmy Holman, he's going to run in right and goal, and what can he do with it? This is going to be important. Well, it's a goal. Well, Jimmy Golden Boy. That's a pretty heavy goal.
A vital goal.
That's a vital goal, 11 points.
Yeah, mostly 11-point ball game now. Eyre United had to convert when they took the ball up there. Unfortunately, they were not quite able to do it. And at this stage, well into the last quarter, it could be just that goal that makes the difference. It was a great snap by Jimmy. He was under a bit of pressure. Ryan Modra ran his heart out trying to put the pressure on the kick, but unable to do that. Eyre United's still not quite out of this, but they're going to find it just that little bit harder now. They're going to have to mostly get the ball away from the centre. Gill's been doing very well in the ruck. He's been beating Pedler with a tap, so if he can get this down to one of the Evans boys, we've got Ben Schramm in there as well. Hello, the boundary umpire's called somebody's been over the line, and I think it's an Eyre United kick, so they got the ball out of centre.
It's 11 goal 15 to 11 goal 4 is the score.
Yeah, 11. So we got it. The ball's kicked forward, but unfortunately for Eyre United, no one's there.
Andrew Crittenden.
So it's 11 goal 15 to 11 goal 4. 11-point game. Andrew Crittenden marks it. Eyre United are just starting this momentum they had. Are just starting to slide a bit now. They really need to get possession again. Eugene Walker contests well. The ball comes out right in front of us to the coach's boxes here. Ball still not out of play, and the umpire will ball it up. The clear possession way here is really needed for Eyre United. So, as Gill and Eugene Walker contest here, both bodies going hard. Simons, who's lifted his game in the latter part of this game, gets possession of the ball, but the Rambler boys held him up. Simons was a bit quiet early, Jim, but he's had quite a good second half.
Well, I can't say enough about Simons and a few other United players. They really lifted it. Now, look, they've gone for it.
This bloke here is lifted since we moved from full back, but unfortunately his kick for Eyre United went straight to Adam Richardson, who's one of the best players for Ramblers. He kicks long, looking for Simon Pedler, the very dangerous Simon Pedler, and found him very well. And
Adam Richardson has been fantastic as well.
Adam's mostly been well up in Ramblers' best. He kicks out to Rammers.
Scott Rams is there when he's wanted to, but they've done a great job. It's a big effort now. They've got to just settle now because they have got the lead. Adam Richardson he'll sit back there and he'll kick it long. There won't be any messing around here from him.
I think they're playing possession footy now, Jimmy. I think they know there's not much time to go. And with 11-point lead, I don't think they're going to let Eyre United get this momentum they had there a few minutes ago. They kicked right across the other side of the ground to Andrew Cabot, who was all by himself over here, and he'll be in a no rush to send it forward. Takes his time, puts it up to the forward pocket. Players come forward. The ball's spilt. Scott Blacker tries to centre the ball. I think Jordan Telfer. No, well sport by Jimmy Holman. They contest the ball. Darryl Stratford. Justin Modra picks up, gets the ball, kicks towards the boundary, out towards Sean Evans.
And that's the grand final.
And there it is. The siren's gone, and Ramblers have won the grand final. But what a great game it was, Jimmy. I don't think anyone anticipated it to be quite as close as this. And for the first time, Ramblers have put under a great deal of pressure towards the end.
Well, you're exactly right, and what a team to do it. Eyre United did a great effort to come back from there. Like, Ramblers are a mighty team. They've got good players all over the ground, and Eyre United showed that they have got that spirit too. And look, it's just the players from Eyre United, they just lifted. They gave every last bit of energy they had and did a magnificent effort, and they should be very, very proud for this, and look forward to so much big future. And yep, okay. Anyway, so Ramblers have won this contest really by 11 points, and really
11 points.
It's 11 points. But all over the ground with all Ramblers, they looked like they were controlling the game, Donald. But it didn't really turn out that way. In the last quarter, they gave a rev. It was only 4 goals of difference at 3/4 time, and really the weather wasn't. Well, certainly didn't give it an advantage to the either end in the last quarter.
No, the wind dropped out a fair bit, and for the first time in the game, the Eyre United's actually got on top. There was a 10-minute period where they must have kicked about 4 goals in about 10 minutes, and that was the only time in the game when Eyre United really got on top. And some of the Ramblers looked a bit shaken and made some decisions. Their decision making has been excellent, and they've found bodies. They started fumbling the ball, started dropping some marks, and there was a general concern out there. But it was the old stages such as Adam Richardson and Simon Pedler and Fay that steadied the boat and went back, read the play, and just started to stop that momentum. Eyre United, I thought Jim had a bit of a chance when Isaac Christian took that mark around the circle there, and if he was able to get the ball on quickly enough and somebody was able to mark it, and if they got a goal, then it would have put Eyre United 1 point in front, and who knows what would have happened.
Yeah, Isaac Christian, he did a fantastic job. I've got to say that for grandfather here, but no, honestly, he did it on his own and give them every chance, give the team a chance. But blokes like Mark Fraser, who was pretty quiet early and come back into the game, and also Justin Modra. Like, there's a lot of those guys who are pretty quiet. Greg Simons is another. They did not do anything early, and they were because they were under pressure from the Ramblers players. But honestly, the Ramblers players had well led by Scott Blacker. Simon Pedler is just unbelievable. He's a great experienced player. Tyson Waite, you can't say much more about him. And lots of other players, but Adam Richardson. But
Scott Blacker played well. Anthony Flay played a very good game.
He did.
Jimmy Holm was very handy. Simon Pedler was best on ground or very close to it. Joel Fitzgerald was terrific at full forward. Adam Richardson played a magnificent game. Some of these other blokes, Eugene Walker was handy there, but Tyson Waite, I think those three are mostly between Pedler, Waite and Adam Richardson were mostly the best three on the ground. How did you see that, Jim?
Well, yeah, I did. I do like Scott Blacker's game as well. But look, it's pretty hard. I don't know. It's very hard from when you're trying to concentrate on what we're doing here. But it's, look, they are brilliant. But gee, look, the Eyre United guys. It was very much that Stratford was there right from the very start.
Daryl
Stratford was there from the beginning, and Robert Gill did a good job in ruck. I thought he actually won the rucks on the day, and most of the time. And when it really counted, when they were really attacking, he won them hands down. Yeah. And it was pretty hard for Simon.
They had some blokes that certainly lifted in the second half. I mean, even Ben Stram second half. As I said, the other Greasy Simons had a very good second half. Damien Evans battled hard. I thought he had a very good tussle with Scott Blacker. Scott Blacker, there was a period in the second quarter where Scott Blacker really hurt Eyre United with his tough ball getting and found a man, whereas his kicking was a little bit more precise perhaps than Damien. But Damien lifted in the second half. Yeah. Isaac Christian, I thought, always posed a good target for him. Well, that's about it, I think.
Okay, well, all the very best, and thanks for joining us in the 2004 Grand Final.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know who they could be.